Good afternoon and welcome to the live stream of this SFL Round 8 clash between Dodges Ferry and Cygnet, live from Shark Park on Duff TV. My name is Tubes Taylor and we are brought to you by EIS Property and of course ID Clothing. And the Duff TV sponsors Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food and Jackson Motor Company. I am joined in the commentary box by local legend down here, Red Hooker. Hooksy, how are you?
Excellent, thank you, Tubes. And it's hard not to be good on such a beautiful spring day down at the coastal suburbs of Dodges Ferry.
No, it's magnificent, and I'm expecting a big clash today because this is do or die stuff for the Dodges Ferry Sharks.
No, you're exactly right. It's been an interesting year for Dodgers. They've won a couple only against Sorrel and Claremont. They really played very well against Claremont, very average against Sorrel, and since then they've really lacked form. They've really struggled, unfortunately. They've got a good side, good team on paper, and they just haven't been able to put it together. And I think no one knows better than that group of players out there, and of course Brent Dolliver.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need to win today if they're any chance of playing finals, Hooksy, and I'm expecting big things, but their opposition sits pretty up in second spot on the ladder, the Cygnet Port Chargers. There they are on screen.
And they've, to the unfortunate circumstances of Dodgers, they've actually really hit a good bit of form. I mean, they've been good all year, but the last few games, they've been next level. So I think it's going to be a very tough game for Dodgers. I don't think that they can do it. I think Cygnet are just going to be
You've written them off already?
Well, I don't. I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic. I would love them to, and I think it would be great. And I think if Dodgers win today, you can quote me on this one. I reckon if Dodgers win today, they could win the next 3 games.
Right. Well, there's only one round left after this.
No. But if they win today, Tubes, do or die for Dodgers. If they win today,
they've got to beat Lindisfarne next week.
No, they're into the finals. I believe they only have to win today.
Okay. I see that a little differently, Hooksy.
Maybe I'm being very optimistic.
Well, you probably are. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think that they're a game underneath Lindisfarne, who sit on 12 points.
I think actually you're right.
Yeah. I was looking at it a little earlier. See, it goes Huonville on 24, Cygnet on 20, Hobart 20, New Norfolk on 16. So they're pretty much guaranteed the top 4.
Yes.
Lindisfarne on 12, Dodges Ferry on 8, and Brighton on 8. Now, Brighton and Lindisfarne play today.
Right.
So if Brighton can win, that puts them up on 12. That keeps, and Dodges Ferry can win, they're on 12 as well. And then next week, Lindisfarne play Dodges Ferry.
Right. So it's
at Lindisfarne, I believe. We'll have a look at round 9, but this is pretty cutthroat stuff for the Dodges Ferry Sharks.
It sure is, and as I said earlier, Tubes, I reckon they know it more than anyone. And certainly, I had a quick chat with Dolly in the change rooms prior to this game.
Brent Dolliver, of course, the coach of the...
That's right.
Yep.
Brent Dolliver, and he knows it as much as anybody. He's really got around the players today and said, hey, boys, nobody else can do it for us. We've got to get out there and do it. But like I said, Cygnet are in really good form, and I'm hoping it's going to be a top game today.
Well, how's this? I'll play it out for you. Let's say Brighton beat Lindisfarne today.
Good.
Right? That's good for the Sharks. That's good for Brighton. Brighton have Claremont next week, who haven't won a game yet, Claremont. Yep. Oh, maybe they've won one. Not sure. But then Dodges Ferry and Lindisfarne play. Now, Brighton could beat Claremont. Mm-hmm. If that game's a draw, Lindisfarne, Dodges Ferry, Brighton sneak into the finals after a hiatus. What an incredible scenes to be out there.
We need a few planets to align for that one, Tubes, but you never know, do you?
I studied maths at uni, would you believe, Reed, and I just think of all the probability and the chance and the coincidence and the chaos as we see the Brighton boys get their last little pump up from their captain, Mark Cusick, who's back after being injured.
Looks like Cygnet are coming this way by the looks of the tall timber, plus the addition of Thor Boscott. Very useful little small forward, and I mean, arguably one of the best forward lines getting around, Tubes.
There he is on screen, just on the left of screen there. How are the size of his thighs? Goodness me, they're big thighs.
He's always had good chunky legs.
Popping squats?
I think so, squats. And a guy that size, squats is going to be your go-to, is it? Squats and bicep curls.
How are you if you're Jake Murphy going down to Thor Boscott? I do enjoy a bit of Jake Murphy myself as they go out into position. And Toby Cohen there on screen, number 26. He's a star. As we go to the middle of the ground, you see the forwards for Dodgers heading up. They're a pretty small forward line down here at the Sharks.
Well,
Hooksy?
an interesting matchup I've noticed, just because it's so close to us there, Tubes. Young Tane, Tane Suki, very young player, and he's lined up on
Josh Fox.
Big Josh Fox, number 27, one of the probably the best forwards. So I mean, I guess if you look at it holistically, you got nothing to lose, have you, Tane? No. He's got nothing to lose. He's up against a good player. What's it worse he can do? You know, keep him down to a couple of goals today.
Yeah, I'm sure that Brent Dolliver, the coach of the Sharks, has said to him, listen, mate, this is a bit of a test for you as we are about to get underway. Umpires throw it up here in round 8 of the SFL competition thanks to EIS and ID Clothing. Down it comes for the Sharks. Off it comes to Cusick. Cusick goes handball back towards Siggins. Siggins, he just missed the mark for Hooker and gets it back. Now a big bomb down inside forward 50. They'll fly from everywhere. Massive pack. Hooker at the front. Cusick down. Richmond on hands and knees. Gets pushed in the back. Umpire says no. He dove on it. Play on, said the call. Out it comes for Cannon. Cannon can't quite get his handball away. He's swamped. Cusick, quick off the mark. Quick kick. And it's just untoward and through for a behind. So good start for the Sharks. They're in the right spot as they bring it out here. That should have been marked. Siggins trying hard, was held off the footy. Reece Scotland was doing nothing. Quick kick forward by Jackson. It's a short one. Flying high down there was your man Ed Stanley.
That's a centering kick there from Campbell, but only as far as the Cygnet guy who takes it through, and they'll bring it back in again.
So good signs for the Sharks. They want to do this all game. Brent Dolliver said they couldn't string it together for 4 quarters as it comes out. Nice fly by Doreen. He can't quite take the mark. Bumped off the ball there. Handball came out from the Sharks. Livingston's trying hard down there. Quick kick, pick up. Tackled hard was Livingston, and he's infringed against Simon Kennedy.
I get the impression, Tube, straight away, you don't want to be hanging onto the ball too long.
No, there's a lot of pressure out there, and I like the fact that we've got a nice contrast between the two jumpers here. It's really nice to see, isn't it?
When your eyes get about 49 years old, they're not as easy to see. So it's good that we've got good colour differentiation there. Sorry, go.
No, you're right, Reed.
I was just going to say, last week, big Jack Siggins was absolutely superb in the ruck, despite the fact that they went down pretty comfortably in the end to Hobart. Hobart were just too good for Dodgers last week. Siggo was fantastic in the ruck.
Tim Cannon just gave away about 4 or 5 inches to the big ruckman there in what's his name? Where is he? Reece Schuth, was it down there? I'm not sure. Anyway,
he's got a good haircut, whoever he is.
Tap came down. Here comes Cusick. Cusick's quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how's that? Dribbles it through. Beautiful stuff from Mark Cusick. A great start for the Dodges Ferry Sharks.
I tell you what, Tubes, Timmy Cannon, like you alluded to, losing a couple of inches there in height, but his, I guess his solid ball work there, he was able to get the ball down in the right spot, and you can just see Cusack there, just very skilled, good run through, just timed it nicely.
He's the sort of player I feel like they've been missing. They missed him up at the last game we called up at New Norfolk at Boyer, yeah.
The old Boyer Oval, the same dimensions as the MCGs, we fondly remember. Now,
it was Jordan Lane, the ruckman down there for Cygnet, so he's given away a few inches is Tim Cannon, but still it worked okay.
And like you said, Tubes Taylor, good start for Dodgers. You know, they've had plenty of touch on the ball.
Livingston gets the handball and sends it long down towards the
Blake Anderton, just smacking it away out of the big breach.
Trying hard there. Nice pick up and clean stuff from McDermott, but he's wrapped up in another tackle, and the umpire says, no, give it to me, I'll ball it up. We've got big Joey Dyreen in the ruck now, up against his corresponding number 12, Siggins. Here's the replay.
Oh, great work again by Siggo, but only as far as the Cygnet guy who's turned around and snapped. Might have been just pulled a bit to the left.
That was Toby Cohen, and he's got a behind. So the margin now 7 points in favour of Cygnet. 1-2-8. Lead Cygnet. Zip 1-1. Kick out nicely by Jackson. Finds a man all by himself in Dunn. Dunn spins around on his right, kicks it long to a teammate leading out. And
looks like Benny Richmond down there.
It's Bailey, actually,
I
think.
Sorry.
Eden Bailey. Who's got a nice little moustache, goes inboard, back to Dunn. Dunn quickly up. He's got a short one on, but it's an interesting kick, trying hard.
I think that's where Dodges Ferry fell down last week. That funny little chip kick, which didn't really penetrate the defence, and it got turned over far too easily. So I hope they don't do too much of that today, Tubes.
Out it comes now for Cygnet. They've got some numbers here in the middle. Livingston gets it chopped off by Hooker of the Campbell Soup variety. He kicks it long down towards a teammate in Ed Stanley. Stanley worked his opponent under the ball. His handball was untowards though. Running back with the flight there. That was good stuff by Bastic. Can't quite pick it up. Oh, he does there in the end. Now Cohen, who's quick and elusive. He's got time. His kick's a shocker. Ends up in the arms of Dunn. Dunn trying to take the worm burn off it.
Oh,
Hooker.
Didn't quite get onto that one either.
He's touched off the boot apparently.
I feel as
Roving
though
nicely
this,
is Kennedy.
He's quick, isn't he, Kennedy? I feel as though so far the pressure, we just see that one go out of bounds, not quite.
It's deceptive, isn't it? As that kick comes inside. Handball off, nicely worked to Matheson, whose kick was smothered. And now a rushed kick from the Cygnet Port player comes all the way up. Murphy, and now Boscott. This is what he can do. He's quick over the top to Fox. Fox is running into an open goal, and they've got it on the board. Josh Fox kicks the first for Cygnet, and margin back to a point.
Maybe I think Tane there probably just maybe took a gamble and tried to peel off a little bit there. I think Fox is going to probably be a little bit too clever for that, and he's probably going to need to really just stay a little bit closer so he can't get that run on.
I think you're right. I think Tane was Suki was trying to run up to support his teammate Jake Murphy, but just got caught a little out. He hesitated for a moment and couldn't quite impact the contest there.
Now, unfortunately, Tubes, I haven't seen a lot of Cygnet this year, I must admit, but I'm led to believe that that Thor Boscott has led a very similar role to what he's just done there, which is well support Fox, fast ground ball, and be the person that's hitting him up with some beautiful passes into the forward line.
Yeah, absolutely, and he has a little spell in the middle too from time to time.
Yep.
That's a big tackle laid by Reece Scotland. You're absolutely right. That's what he does, and he brings players into the play.
Yep.
Just like that. That was really unselfish. He could have blazed away there,
Yeah,
saw a
that's
better
right.
option, and he leads by example. Lane got his ruck tap. Now it comes now for Cato with a headband for Ben Cato. Here comes Boscott again. Attacks the pack, then uses his explosive pace, sells some candy, dodges a little bit of a hooker tackle. Handball comes over the top to Bastic. In the middle here now, Toby Cohen's got time and space. He handballs over the top to Livingston. Livingston gets his kick away just. It's a beautiful goal.
It is too, under good pressure. Straight through the middle.
What a goal. Kicking under extreme pressure there. A little bit of high fives from his teammate there, the number 13.
Again, like you just mentioned, Tubes, Thor Boscott just pulling out, 3 or 4 defenders over on that wing there, drawing out the extra players to then free up the next pass, and then that enabled Toby Cohen? Sorry.
Livingston goal.
Just to get free and kick a lovely goal.
Well, explosive is what you'd call Thor Boscott, isn't it? He's just so strong through the midriff and through the legs there. Quick kick off the ground. That's okay for Bullock.
So what started off as a good start from Dodgers, they've let Cygnet get these last couple of goals, and you hope to see them bounce back pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's just ball use. They had plenty of the play early, the Sharks, and just missed targets.
Yep.
But that's okay. If you're getting play, that means that you're in the game, doesn't it?
It does.
You just need to tighten up a little bit of ball use, that's all. Anyway, 1-1-7.
I see Blake Anderton's rolled back into that sort of hole there. I guess as an additional support there, just to help Tane out a little bit with Big Foxy.
Luke Murphy, he took a nice mark. His kick needed to be good. Out it comes for Broad. Broad, long, finds your man in Hooker.
Campbell, good to see him playing up the ground a little bit. If it's not coming down there, you've got to get up sometimes and find the ball. They've managed to clear that one out.
Smart work from Young off to Matheson. Now there's numbers here. Cusick's going to run into an open goal.
He's done it again, twice in a row.
Well, great addition.
Not in a row, but twice he's been able to run off and read the ball very well.
And you can't teach that, can you? That's instinct play from Mark Cusick, the captain there, and he's really given them a spark up forward for the Sharks.
And also, too, it's good to see Cusick back into the team, and I think, A, he's contributing with a couple of goals early, but B, I think just his presence with his chat around the ground, that's why he is captain. Such a good, level-headed voice, and able to just guide them down the right path. So,
No, you're absolutely right, Hooksy.
So, Tubes, this oval, not as old as the Boyer Oval, of course, nor the North Hobart Oval. I think this one originally was a rabbit paddock that they used to grow potatoes on, and it was converted in about the 1980s sort of era.
Cohen got it off. I love your little tidbits. Patton finds the coach in Ben Cato. Back from a hammy.
Do you reckon it would have been good ground for a pink eye? Oh, good mark.
Yeah, I reckon. Nice sandy soil as the kick comes from broad. It's a scrubby one. Lands in the arm of an opponent. Now going long. Fox is going back to the fly. Suki read it best. Did a nice job there. Tane Suki, the young man, playing on a huge unit.
I just saw Foxy just looked like he was almost a bit frustrated there by the fact that a couple of extra Dodges Ferry defenders had rolled back in and just filled in that hole and just prevented him get any sort of run at the ball.
Yep, I think he's reading the ball quite well, Tane Suki. It's about confidence for him, and that would have done him the world of good.
Yeah,
a nice
absolutely.
mark inside defensive 50. As we see a ball up on the right forward flank for the Cygnet Port. Nice work down, and it comes for Bullock with a short kick going long. All right, has a little fend off. How strong was that? Off to Campbell. Hooker sends it long and deep down towards Ed Stanley. It just bounced away from him. Where's Cusick when you need him? He's not in the area.
Running around, is he?
Cohen get his handball out now. A quick string of handballs. It's landed in the arm. Cusick got it off again. Done. He's got it. He's got the goods. He can't quite kick it away from an opponent. Good pressure from the defence, and they'll clear it here, Cygnet, and they've got numbers out wide. Keeping it in. Oh, that's good stuff. I think that's Reece Scotland.
Stretch of the arm.
And it's marked down there by Anderton.
Probably lucky to get called a mark on that one. I don't know. Must have had it long enough. They know better than us, don't they, Tubes?
Yep. Bullock now looking down towards Dunn.
That's good.
Dunn takes a mark. He's maybe too far out to score. So he looks down into the pocket, and that's a good kick to Stanley. And Stanley will go back.
That was good to see from Dodgers because Ed took a nice mark there and leads out. He probably kicked this one. It's a beautiful kick goal, but they had options there. You know, Cam was alongside him, but I did notice there was another one back in the centre if he had wanted it. So that's good that Dodgers are providing those leads.
Yep. So Ed Stanley to go back. Tough angle. We've got a tough angle here. He's about as far away from us as he can get.
Yeah.
In comes Stanley.
Down near Madonna.
That's a nice kick off the boot. It's across the face of goal. Who's down there? They tap it over for a behind. The defence of Cygnet. So 2-2-14.
Good start to this game,
Dodges Ferry 2-1-13.
Nice and even.
Quick kick away by Cygnet. Down towards the 10. Big fly. That was all right by Anderton. Couldn't quite get it. Cohen says, come at me, bro. Fox gets spoiled nicely. Now there's some time and space out here for the defence in Broad. Broad goes across the face of goal. Down there's Luke Patton for the opposition, though. He's hot on his hammer, Sam Ewell. Patton gets his handball off, trying to find a teammate in Sammy Dean. Couldn't quite get it, but he got it back in the end. Boss got from the pocket. That was out on the full by a long way. And the umpire says ball it in, but we're the best view.
We were in the prime spot, and I was with you, Tubes. I thought that was out of bounds on the full. And
the footy's gone.
It's gone into the crowd.
Yep.
Someone's got in the back of their ute.
Got to find it at Lewisham. There it is. And it comes. Is that one Jack Duffy out there?
I think so. Certainly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Duffys are everywhere. We've got one in the editing box, one throwing the ball in.
How's the technique?
Good distance too.
Yeah, like it.
Oh, well done.
Dean got his handball out somehow. Richmond trying hard down there. I like the way he
ducked into that one.
The umpire says no, you did.
Yeah,
we'll ball it up.
Right. Good decision too. Good decision. Umpires have been good today so far, Tubes.
Yeah, they're all right. They're always pretty good. Lane up against Young, down towards Boscott. Handball came out from Cygnet. They work it backwards. No good though. Matheson's going to get there first.
Big Timmy Cannon manages to keep it in play. Goes down the wing. Riley Hooker there, picks it up, flicks the handball back. Good run there by Timmy Cannon. Beautiful delivery down in the forward line. Big Jack Siggins is down there, scooped it up. I don't think the kick's any good though.
No, it's no good.
He might be able to mark it himself.
I don't think that's allowed, is it?
Is it allowed if it goes 15 metres in distance?
I'm not even sure.
I'd love someone to do that.
How that comes now for Cygnet. Cygnet going long towards Big Geordie Lane. Who's the runner at the back? They pick it up.
Great tackle.
Tackle by big Matty Young.
Matty Young has started this game really well. Good tackle, but good in the ruck work. I saw him pushing back hard before, so well done, mate.
He certainly chased down Sammy Dean. Not a lot of talk there, and that's a good, strong mark.
Because there's a pretty good fair chance to say if any of these guys look back on this game, they're only going to flick through and watch where they did something good, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
So if you give them a good compliment straight away, that's what I'd do too.
Jordan Lane goes short.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't get to see
rubbish
much.
Kick.
Cusack cuts it off again. Great start of the game from him.
His kick's a little untoward.
Yeah, so I think Dodgers have let themselves down there. You know, 3 or 4, 5 kicks, been a bit ordinary.
Lovell got it out, found a teammate out wide. Going short was Jennings. Trying hard there.
Benny Richmond picks up. There we got rid of that one.
Dean has it. His kick, no good. Finds big.
Oh, the spinning round.
That
was a nice one. Bad kick.
Livingston. His kick goes into a dangerous spot for Cygnet. Here comes Boscott. Hot on his hammers, Murphy. Quick little tap down. It works out okay. Good work down there by Matheson. Clears the footy out to a teammate in Bailey. Bailey had to go back. Murphy dives on it. Now Boscott's hot on him. Going in to find it's Ben Cato.
So Ben Cato, captain coach, one of your mates there, Tubes. He's been in good form this year too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just coming back from a hammy, I think. So it's good to see him back out there.
I went and had a chat with him in the change rooms before the game. He's, despite the fact I had a Dodges Ferry jumper on. Nice kick out there to Campbell Hooker.
Yeah, Kurt Stiles hit him up beautifully there.
Yeah, I was just going to say I went and chatted with their captain coach and sorry, their playing coach, I should say, and really nice fella. You know, warm, happy to tell me anything that was going on in there. Which is really good to see. You know, it's not the AFL, is it? You know, it's great that we've got that
rapport.
That rapport, yeah. So we see Big Cam lining up. Apparently, he's been dynamite through the week.
Back him home.
I'm not going to say anything.
He's a beautiful left foot kick, and he sends it high across the face of goal, and it goes through for another behind. So they've had 5 shots on goal, Dodgers Ferry, at least 5 scoring shots, and they're in front by 2 points. Maybe should be a little further.
So what do you take of it so far, Tubes, this game?
It's a pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Both pretty evenly matched.
I think the tackling pressure from both teams is good. You certainly can't hang on to the ball too long unless you want to get caught with it. You need to move it out quick. The thing that I have liked about Dodgers so far in this game is they haven't tried to overdo it. And the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's just so frustrating to watch them, and they just 1, 2, 3, 4 handballs. Let's just get it going.
Young got a quick kick off the ground, coming out to meet it. Hooker got his hands free, did okay. Now handballs back to Young, the man who started it all. Keeps it in somehow. Here's a chance for your man in Ed Stanley. Got it smothered. Needs to go back and get it. Can't quite. There's a lot of Cygnet numbers around, and they clear the ball momentarily. It could be coming straight back, though. Young got his handball up, looking for a teammate in Jackson. Jackson picks up and goes towards Hooker. Hooker tackles hard. Out it comes again. They've got numbers here, the Sharks. They attack in a Shark school as it comes backwards towards Stiles. Stiles got time. Goes back to a teammate in Broad. Broad got tackled hard by Hooker, by your man, Thor Boscott.
Oh, yes. Yeah, not Hooker, though.
No,
that'd be annoying.
Yeah, tackle around the head there. Maybe a little higher for Ethan Lovell, but the umpire says, no, I'll take it, thank you.
Thor's work rate's very good, you know, up and down the ground, up and down that wing. You know, he's always been very fit, Thor.
Yep.
I remember at Lauderdale, you know, whenever he wasn't doing out something on the track, he was in the gym at the Lauderdale Footy Club.
Disco reps.
Disco reps.
And it goes in front of Wouters, or Wooters. How do you say that name?
I'd like to say this. Kane Wouters.
Wouters. Wow.
Them Waskawee Wouters.
Boundary throw in at centre wing.
Do you reckon Cygnet's home ground, that once would have been an apple orchard where this would have been a home for Pink Eyes?
Yeah, I think so. Cohen got his kick smothered.
Oh, he went to slam that on the boot, but there was no boot quite there.
Now there's a chance for Livingston for his second. He goes long down towards Fox. Fox just pushes Suki out. It's hit the post.
Oh, no, I think Fox was hoping that no one else saw it, but clearly the goal umpire in the best spot taps the pad and says, sorry, mate.
We've got to get out to umpire Duffy there, I reckon, and just let him know that he's got to keep up the pace.
Big tank over in the wet area, threw it back in beautifully. One of the original Dodges Ferry stalwarts. Not too many in the wet area yet, but it's only early in the day and it's a warm day, so I wouldn't be surprised if that gets popular later.
Boscott doing well to try and elude Murphy. The tap came down. Kicked off the ground. You can't do that. It'll be a free kick going to Hooker.
I didn't quite see that. Was that for in danger, do you think?
Yeah, Hooker had his hands on the footy, and the young fella, Wouters, kicked it out of his fingertips.
Well, Riley Hooker, speaking of fingers, this time last week had his second little finger bone dislocated and poking out through the skin, so it's good to see him with a bit of tape out there and back into it.
That's a strong mark down there to big fella Kurt Stiles. He goes inboard, finds a teammate in Bailey. Bailey looks up, trying to find Ed Stanley, I reckon, but there's no one down there. Out comes Hooker. He could have a shot from there. He goes long and deep, but they've got back all right. And Joey Dyrene picks it up and clears out to Cato. Cato goes further afield, looking out towards Jordan Lane. Livingston gets it off to Lane, back to now with time, goes short to Boscott. That's a good kick.
He's settled things down here, Thor. Either he figures there's a chance here or he's going to set up his mate in Fox. But all of a sudden you can see Dodgers filling in that hole.
Yeah.
So he's now going to either have to have a shot or just hope that he gets out marked.
I think that's what he's done, that they've done really well, Dodgers, is they've managed to block that hole in front of Josh Fox. So Boscott's going to go back. He'll kick from about 52 metres if it's a true 50.
I don't think it's a 50 here, Tubes. I'm sorry. I think it's about 45.
He'll kick from 46. It's popped up anyway. Flying out, White's big
Great punch there
fist.
from Siggo.
Cohen runs into 4 or 5 Sharks. Livingston can't quite. Picked up nicely by
Bullock there.
Bullock.
Gee, they've just got good numbers here, Dodgers, haven't they? You just feel as though it's going to come out. Might not, but
Murphy
just got good numbers.
His kick will bounce just inside the line. Cusick is putting on pressure, and he's got 3 to beat.
Oh, might have got one high. Yes.
Well played by Captain Mark Cusick.
So, no, he's going to claim it. He's
trying to get a free kick for free.
I'll have a possession, Ed Stanley style.
Oh, Ed Stanley style, right.
Yeah, puts it in the. Great sliding mark there from Big Cam Hooker. Tell you what, Tubes. I know it's not. I know it's one of the siblings, but he started quite well, Cam.
Yeah, he has. As he looks up with the left foot, sends it up towards a teammate and done, but he can't. Yeah, well done by Sammy Dean to float across in front.
Going back with it too there, it was very gutsy.
Yep. Gets it off now to a running teammate. Cygnet looking to go forward through Lane. It bowled him through. Murphy can't quite get a hold of it. Bending over the footy there was Bastick. Picked up and cleared by Bullock.
Luke Murphy, I think that one was there. Jono Bullock just running down there now.
That's a good kick from Richmond. Finds a teammate in Stanley. Stanley may be too far out to score. Yeah, he waits for his big men to get back. As it goes into the pocket and flying across again, Sammy Dean.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're just not reading that Cygnet half-back of fly across there. A couple of times there it's been cut off too easily.
Absolute garbage, that kick. As Cato goes in with the body, Hooker just affected the kick a little and it found Dunn. And
Dunn there, yeah, you're right. Just I think he had it spent before payday, Tubes.
We've all been there, haven't we? Week to week.
That's right. You should try getting paid monthly, mate.
Oh, it's rubbish, isn't it? I've done that.
Yeah.
Over the back, it's tapped away by Siggins. Dean had a lot of it. His kick only took as far as a Shark.
Oh, good pick up there from, who was that? That was...
number 41. I'm not sure who it is.
No, he's a ringing.
We'll find out who that is as well. They've got it out the back. I think this is Zeetson. Nice long kick out towards Cohen. It favours the opposition though. And going back there, Sammy Ewell going into the pocket.
Oh, Ed might have got one in the back. He claimed, he certainly appealed for it, but
he's going to get it here now. From the pocket, that's a tough angle. He goes across towards the goal, and the umpire doesn't move.
That's a good way.
Ed Stanley with a goal. And their margin extends even further.
Well, great start here from Dodges Ferry. You know, I think Cygnet, I mean, dare I say it, may have started a little flat-footed, and I know this can happen. You try not to, but maybe you come in with the perception that the game is just going to unfold your way, and it doesn't always happen that way. I know earlier in the season I commentated with Andrew Hopwood, the Silver Fox, when Dodgers played Sorrel, and Sorrel just kept it up to Dodgers all day. In fact, you know, if it hadn't have been for their inaccurate kicking, they could have even won that game. And I think Dodgers Ferry just turned up thinking it was just going to happen. And as we know, Tubes, it doesn't just happen, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't. Murray Bastick there in the stack hat. Taps it towards his teammate and Dean. And they dive on it down there. It's good defensive work by Brad Jackson.
Yeah, my old mate down the street, Morris Taylor, sorry, Morris Childs.
Yep.
Your Tubes, Taylor.
Morris Taylor was my grandfather.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, good day. Is he still with us?
No, he'll be watching.
Yeah, okay. He's watching up there in the... I might have to come back to this story.
No worries.
Yes, no, so I was just going to say, and Morris, you really got stuck into me last time because I called his dog Gus.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's Nugget, so I apologise.
Sorry, Nugget, as that's a great kick from Cato into Boscott.
Play on, says the umpire.
Yeah.
I don't know,
sure
must have been touched off the boot there, Tubes.
Perhaps it was. So Matheson, he gets his kick. Cato going across the front, again with courage.
Good block there from the Cygnet player, just to give him a little bit of space.
Bastic, strong. Strong mark by Big Murray.
Tight angle, looking for Fox again. You can see the Dodgers players. You've got Big Siggins, Blakey Anderton, Pumba there, just all filling in that hole. Just making sure there's no little cheap options.
Now that's really good from Siggins because he got right in front of Josh Fox to go down and assist Tane Suki in the massive job. So in comes Murray Bastic. This is a tough angle. It's a nice kick off the boot, maybe across the face. Don't tell me. Straight through the middle. Murray Bastic.
Great kick on goal, right out near the boundary there. And I was just about to say, Tubes, that what Dodges Ferry have done by dropping those players back in there is force the Cygnet guys to take those shots, which would have ordinarily perhaps been more centralised passes.
Yeah.
But that one there didn't matter because it went straight through the middle.
No, well, when you're kicking it like that, you take them from there every day.
Yeah.
So the margin, just 3 points in favour of the Sharks. 3-4-22. They lead Cygnet 3-1-19. With 25 3/4 minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard.
Big Jake Murphy. I don't know whether Adam up the top there can grab a shot in a minute. His golden locks are going beautifully.
Oh, yeah, they're magic.
Oh, that's
Joey Dyrene got tackled. Out it comes now for Jackson. Jackson off to Bailey. Bailey going back into the middle, trying to find some space. Oh, coming through hard. That was a great effort. We might get a look at that on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay. Out it comes for Fox. Fox, clever. He's got Boss got in the pocket, and it's a bend, and it's a beauty.
Nice kick.
Josh Fox has his second, and the fourth for the Cygnet Port.
Good to see the Dodges Ferry guys. That was a great. Firstly, I should say that was a great shot of goal from Fox, spinning around and kicking it over his shoulder. But it was good to see the Dodgers guys just getting around young Tane there, sort of saying, mate, not much you can do there. That's a skilled player, and keep your chin up, keep working hard because what you're doing is not bad.
No,
just what Fox is doing is very good.
Yeah, well,
and that's going to happen today, isn't it, Tubes?
Yeah, absolutely. And if they can get back in numbers. But the ball came in too fast for them to get back there. Yeah, so that's what Cygnet have got to do to continue on their merry way. Cygnet now lead by 3 points. Down it comes again to Dean. Dean on a left boot going down towards Fox. Fox flies high. Can't quite get it on the second grab. Tackled hard.
Oh, great tackle there by Anderton.
And we'll see a ball up. That was good defensive work by the Sharks down there. Josh Fox not too happy about it.
No, I think he's been a little bit frustrated by the fact that, Dodgers are just rolling so many players in there. Murphy, good speed out of the ruck tap. Nice chip too.
Finds a teammate Needham Bailey. Bailey looks up and goes to his twin in Paul Broad. Well, rather Isaac Matheson.
They do look similar.
Those two, Eden Bailey and Isaac Matheson. You'd be... Look at them. There they are on screen.
Yeah, maybe they could just get a generic number and name and you wouldn't mix it up all the time.
And they'd get lots of Aussies. Maybe win a William Leach.
Yeah, divide it amongst themselves.
Yeah. Split it down the middle.
I played years ago with the Pressure Boys, Nick and Mick.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they used to take votes off each other.
They were tough, weren't they?
They were.
Cohen out towards a teammate in Jennings. That's good work down there by Simon Kennedy. Off to Matheson. Down towards your man, Stanley. Can't quite get it. Spinning out of trouble there is the number 21. We'll find out who that is at quarter time. He's kicked towards Jackson. Diving on it down there. That's good work by McDermott. And Kennedy's down there too. We'll see a ball up.
Beautiful day here today at Shark Park, Tubes.
I was going to say, this is the first time I've been to Shark Park where there hasn't been a drop of breeze.
No, there's not a breath. And I think initially, midweek, there was forecast for showers. And I just had a look at the forecast this morning. No showers due around this neck of the woods until tomorrow afternoon, which is great.
I got on the phone and ordered that. So
nice work, Tubes.
Don't like to go out in the rain. Tend to melt. Duffy.
And We're both in T-shirts today, consequently.
Not sure about that. Jordan Lane wins it down. Who's at the bottom of the pack? Done. So Jordan to Jordan.
Good punch there, just to keep it moving forward.
To another Jordan McDermott, who punched it away. Diving on it down there's John O'Bullock. And they're burrowing in here. And we'll see.
Good work by both teams. To number 6 and number 9. So, Thor Boscott.
No, it's Reece Jennings.
I'm sorry, Reece Jennings.
Number 8, yep.
Oh, yep, sorry.
You're all right.
Yep, Thor's down there.
Tackled without the footy, maybe holding it. And they call advantage. It was holding the footy. So Cohen gets his kick, going back with a flight. Murphy does well. Suki on the third grab. Josh Fox takes the mark as the siren goes. Suki's not too happy about it. They get around him though. I like that from the Sharks. And Josh Fox will go back and have a kick at his third in a turn.
Maybe Tane suggesting that he might have got a bit of a touch to it somewhere along the line, but from where we were looking, Tubes, it looked a fair bit of Fox and Cygnet.
Yep.
So, quarter time.
Yeah,
and this will be handy for Cygnet. Just going to...
The big man, Josh Fox, who's stuck down here because of COVID, comes in. He's a massive unit.
When you say stuck down here, you say they've been the nicest possible.
No, I mean it's in paradise. They come off the side of the boot a little bit, and it's gone through for a behind. So that is quarter time here at Shark Park. The Sharks 3-4-22 trail the Cygnet
4-3-27. And Tubes, who are our goal kickers there, mate?
Goal kickers for Dodges Ferry, Mark Cusick with a couple in that term for the Sharks, and Ed Stanley with a beauty from the pocket. That was a good kick. Josh Fox has 2. Braden Livingston with an absolute ripper from a tough pocket with someone coming across his face, and Murray Bastick with another beauty. So some really good goals kicked in that term there. Of course, there are the Dodges Ferry Sharks sponsors, the Dodges Ferry Hotel, Kelly Civil and Rain and Horton, Sorrel, Tasman and East Coast. We must, of course, thank EIS Property and the ID Clothing, as well as Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food and Jackson Motor Company. Myself, Tubes Taylor, and Reid Hooksy Hooker will be back with you for the second term of this round 8 clash between Cygnet and Dodges Ferry, live from Shark Park in just a few moments. Stick around here on Duff TV.
On the eastern shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits. and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map. And then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does.
About to start this second term live from Shark Park. SFL round 8 between Dodges Ferry and Cygnet. Had a little change there, and we're away. There's a bit of an update to the scoreboard. It is the Sharks 3-5-23, trailing Cygnet 4-2-22 as the Sharks move it forward. Richmond got his handball away somehow. Hooker just trying to wrestle. You're not going to wrestle Sammy Dean, he's got big muscles. And out it comes. The umpire will ball it up.
Now, Tubes, you've just got your breath back. You went for a quick run out there at quarter time. What were you up to?
I just went to check a few numbers. So we've got number 13 is Kane Wouters.
Yes.
Number 3 is Appleby, as he just almost on cue gets the footy. Out it comes to Scotland, who gave it off to Cohen. That is Toby Cohen. Boscott working the body beautifully. Jordan Dunn's going to get there first. He scoops it back to Murphy. Murphy with a short one. It's going to work out okay here for the Sharks. There's a bit of space here. And missed the mark a little bit of hand candy.
Ed Stanley a little bit slow with the ball there, I think.
It's Geordie Dunn, I think.
Geordie Dunn.
Yep.
I always
You can't
get
do
too
that
right.
with Toby Cohen sniffing around.
No.
He's a fast unit.
lovely
Cohen.
penetrating kick too.
Yeah, that's good. Boscott flies. Coming through like a freight train. Who was that? Maybe an advantage here.
That was Nathan Broad.
Pace shown down there.
Paul Broad, sorry, Broady.
Patton. Patton's kick's untoward and it lands in the arms of the Sharks. Good to see a few junior footballers down here still, just watching the once. As it comes out again, nice fist from behind by Lovell. Lovell got it off for Patton. Patton's handballs missed the mark. Nicely worked down there by Richmond. And he gave it to a teammate, Matheson, and they took it out of bounds.
Couldn't quite get that one player clear to get the kick out there. Just the pressure from Cygnet very good, and the ball carrier. Yeah, lots of little ones these days. Well, this particular area, like a lot of areas these days, Tubes, there's got a lot of new young families with a suburban sprawl heading further and further away from the city. This Dodgers is very similar to that. A lot of young families down here, and good to see the under 8s and under 9s up and running again.
Nice handball here for Cygnet. They've got some space. That was interesting. It moved across towards Reece Schuth.
He did the right thing there. He really couldn't take possession because he just knew that there was 2 or 3 players hot on him.
Scotland and Dunn do battle. Toby Cohen arrives to give Scotland a bit of space. Out it comes now for a teammate in Schuth. His kick goes long and deep down towards Joey Doreen. He's a big unit, but well played by the defender down there. Now a chance for Appleby. Appleby caught one high, and the umpire says advantage. Cohen gets the kick long and deep inside forward 50. Flying high there was big Joey Doreen. Couldn't quite get it. Now through like a freight train with Sammy Dean. He gave his teammates a bit of space. Oh, that's a little high. Umpire missed it, and it's a nice tackle down there by Geordie Lane. And the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward for the Port.
And beautiful bit of camera work. We haven't got Martin Duffy on the camera today, have we? We've got Adam Seals. So great work, Adam.
Yeah, well done, Adam. That one's going to be high. Job. So a free kick going to Sammy Dean. Dean off to Boscott, goes one way then the other, sends it short down towards big Joey Doreen. Good defensive work again. It's landed in the arms of Appleby. Appleby with a bit of time, had to rush around, and the umpire says that's a free kick, I think. Maybe a little high. Was it out of bounds? Might have been out of bounds.
No, free kick.
Yeah, off the ball free kick. Can we have a look at that on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay? I didn't see what happened.
I didn't quite see that either. Maybe he was just blocked in his run.
A bit hard to tell. We'll go live. In comes Doreen, the vice captain. He just rolls in, and the umpire says, no, that's way across the face. And the first score of this term.
That's right, first score of the term. It's taken a while to get into this. All the dulcet tones of the recycling bin working overtime over there in the wet area.
It's great, isn't it?
That's often a Sunday morning sound at our house when you go and empty the little bin into the big bin.
That was a good trap there by Murphy. His kick lands okay. Bullock got the kick around the corner. Good defensive work there by the attacking forward.
Benny Richmond there with the mark.
Tim Cannon, and gave Richmond the time to get the mark. He goes longer still. Hooker with time. Ed Stanley goes one way then the other.
I think really, given the goals have been a bit hard to come by, I'd go back and just take your time, mate.
Well, he's a nice kick, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Well, and those forwards, I think that's their role, isn't it? We've said this before, Tubes, up at Boyer Oval, the big tall forwards. That's what they're there to do.
Yep. So in comes Campbell Hooker. It's a nice kick off the boot. It's floating across the face of goal, and it's hit the post. Gee, a little bit of work on the line there. Might have got that through. So another behind. No majors yet. Zeitson sends it towards Cohen. Good punch.
John O'Bullock just through the player nicely. Good pressure here from Dodges. Ed Stanley just trying to get the ball free.
Fended off a teammate there, did Ed Stanley. Cohen gets the old 1-2. Runs into trouble.
Jordan Dunn been very busy in this first part of the game. Playing well. Now, we really need to see a kick here, and that's it. That'll do. Just get it going.
That was luck. Oh, the Hooker boys got in each other's way there.
Yeah.
Not talking at home. Is that what's happening? And the umpire says it's a free kick.
They're like ships in the night, those two, at our house.
Still living at home, are they?
Well, actually, funny you should mention Campbell's moving out tomorrow. He and his girlfriend have
well done.
moving in with a couple of others. Pumba, Blake Anderton out there, and his girlfriend. So good to get rid of him.
Jordan Lane takes the mark.
As you can imagine, looking at him, Tubes moving around. He's good on the pantry cupboard.
Good on the lift. Nice short kick. Finds Patton, Luke Patton. Sends it up long. That's a good mark by Livingston.
What age did you move out home, Tubes? You would have been a 27.
No,
you would have been a 27 man for sure.
Straight out, 18.
18?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Shacked up with an older lady, or what happened there?
Just moved to Hobart for uni, mate.
Oh, right, okay, right.
That's a good tackle laid down there by Reece Scotland. And we'll see a ball up as the Cygnet boys start to laugh a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're doing some sort of fizzy beer antics down there. Oh. Anyway, back to the footy. We're seeing good pressure.
It's a strong mark down there to Fox. And he'll go back and have another shot. So Josh Fox will go back and have a shot at his third goal. This one's pretty much directly in front about 30 metres out he'll kick from. So this should be a gimme.
Now, we probably didn't give Josh Fox the full credit that he deserved for that mark and this shot on goal, Tubes, but we were distracted by his younger Cygnet colleagues down here with some antics.
Oh, gee, he's only just snuck it in if he has it all. No, he hasn't.
No, I think he's
missed it.
Getting plenty of ball, Josh Fox, but...
Gee, John O'Bullock's into him too.
Yeah. Now you know these Cygnet guys a lot better than me, of course, Tubes. Where was Josh Fox playing?
He was playing in Victoria, I believe, and
in the VFL.
Yeah, no. I think one of the Ovens leagues or something like that. Right, but anyway, out it comes for Young. His kick finds Cannon. Cannon can't quite take the mark. There's numbers here everywhere. Ed Stanley's got a man deep in Simon Kennedy if he can take it and turn, but he can't.
He didn't quite get his eyes up far enough. Simo there had a mile of room on his own, and you know, unfortunately, didn't spot him.
So 4 points the margin in favour of Cygnet. The Sharks 3-6-24, trail Cygnet 4-4-28. It is 8 minutes gone in the second term. Cygnet at their right half forward line. Nice work by Cannon.
And I think Cygnet just content to get another ball up there and just try and settle, get a few players into the right positions.
They'd love a goal here, wouldn't they? The Sharks, if they can get one.
That's right.
Cannon again, giving away a lot of
good tap out, but might have come off the side of his boot a little bit.
Yeah,
down at Dodges Ferrry Primary School there. Great little school.
Sends it out of bounds on the full. Not a lot of room here, so he decides to go short, finds a teammate there in Sammy Yule. Maybe too far out to score.
I'd like to see their bigger guys
Dunn,
push back.
clever, quick kick and goal. Jordan Dunn gets a goal, the first of the second term for the entire match. And Geordie Dunn puts the Sharks in front.
Cygnet were under pressure for the last minute or so there, weren't they? They just couldn't...
Well, yeah, they had a lot of numbers back, Cygnet. You can see on screen here in the Moodford replay.
It's a free kick for another hot. That's costly from Cygnet. So I think he's given him a bit of a belt after the... I didn't quite see it, but gave him a bit of a belt afterwards.
No, I missed it too. I was too busy watching the Moodford replay.
And
Kurt Stiles.
Stiles is going to have a shot on goal.
Well, this will be a massive boost for the Sharks.
He's got it. So that is a very costly error, unfortunately, from Cygnet. You just can't go tapping a guy on the head. And
it was against Ethan Lovell.
Yeah, and so a couple of the Dodgers guys just letting him know, mate, that's a pretty dumb sort of thing to do, and you shouldn't do that.
It's just a little undisciplined, I think. So the margin now shoots out even further to 8 points.
Yeah, and... I'd like to say that Dodgers probably the last couple of minutes is just up and about.
Well, Mark Cusick's pumped up too, the captain. He's playing on the young fella down there, Elijah Cohen.
Oh, that's a fantastic run tap. I'd have got him high.
Quarters throw. So the kick will go to Jennings. Jennings looks up on that left foot, sends it down towards Fox. It's all numbers here and a good mark in the end. Not a lot of talk down there. It was Luke Murphy that come across the front and took a mark in front of Blake Anderton. So there was not a lot of talk. It's a good kick towards hooker. Good fist thrown in there by Nielsen.
Yeah, that punch from Nielsen almost went straight up though.
Maybe out on the full here from Mutt, off the boot.
Umpire sort of
said, a little bit of a
what did you say, mate?
Conference.
What did you say? Chatting to young Duffy, is he?
I'm not entirely sure.
And Duffy said, yep,
out on the full. So Nielsen will take the free kick.
Umpire Duffy right on it there, and he doesn't miss a trick, so I'm not surprised he was able to give it. That's a great mark there.
Jordan Dunn.
He's been going really well,
yeah,
Jordan Dunn, isn't
he? And he's a star. He's a good footballer. That's a good kick. Finds a teammate down there in Sammy Yule.
And I think this has been the difference today so far, Tubes, that when Dodgers have got it, they've got it on.
Here they come, Richmond. Richmond with a short one down towards Hooker. Hooker just needs to take a mark. Strong from Hooker.
Oh, and they've just got to be a bit careful, Cygnet. I think they're just starting to get a little impatient down there, and they don't want to give away any more free kicks. Make them earn their marks and earn their shots on goal, but don't give them any free shots.
That was a good effort from Reece Schuth to get close to it, but it was just too strong in the contest from Campbell Hooker. Now, Hooker hasn't had his kicking boots on today. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, he drops it down, pulls up the ankle socks. They are a rank pair of socks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, they're not long. I always liked a high sock, so they're no good for me.
A stocking almost, as in comes Campbell Hooker. It's
Better
nice
kick.
off the boot, and it's worked beautifully through the breeze. And Campbell Hooker has his second. And there's 3 goals to naught in this second term in favour of Dodges Ferrry Sharks. That's his first for Campbell Hooker.
Yep. I thought you said his second.
No, he's 3 goals
Oh, right.
total in the term.
Oh, in the term, yeah, right,
so it's
right.
3 goals to naught.
Sorry, I should pay more
No,
attention.
I'm not even listening to myself, to be honest.
No.
Hooksy. Gee, we're close to the refreshments here, but we just can't quite get one.
We're close to everything. We're close to the wet area. We're close to the crowd.
Nice tackle late again.
That's a
It'll
good
be
thing.
reset.
If people made the effort to get down here to Shark Park, they'd find they really can get close to the action, can't
Oh,
they?
yeah. There's quite a few here too.
If you play your cards right, there's even spare chairs here in the commentary box. They could come and join us, couldn't they?
Yeah. Out it comes now. Off for Livingston from Jennings. His kick goes down towards Fox and Co. Oh, Boscott flew high.
We've seen him do that plenty of times over the years for Lauderdale.
Now Lane, hard over the footy. And the umpire should ball this one up. So a nice little margin in favour of the Sharks now, out to 14 points. 13 and a half minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard.
I remember watching Thor Boscott take a screamer down at Lauderdale Oval there one day, and he was kneeling up on a guy's knees. And Thor's not the tallest fella, and I reckon, oh, that's a great tackle there. Not rewarded.
Gee, there's someone screaming out there. Sounds like a siren. The Lindisfarne siren, the old air siren. Out it comes Richmond, strong. Handballed out, wide. Had numbers here.
Yeah.
The Sharks look inboard on the left boot, sending it long down towards the defenders, but Schuth just sliding across and taking a nice mark. That's a good kick.
That's a
out
great
to
kick.
a teammate. Finds Walters. His kick goes long down towards their teammate, and that was a good mark floating across the front. Who's that? Is that
Big
Siggins?
Sigo.
Yep. He's done that his
Sigo.
whole career, hasn't he?
That's right. He's flicked
Oh,
it really
Suki.
wide. Suki's just run a mile, and Big Fox is in uncharted territory, chasing Suki up the ground.
Young flew at the back. Here's a chance down underneath for Stanley. He can't quite. Clever tap from the coach, Cato.
It's a hot potato in there.
It is.
Benny Richmond gets it. Oh!
Smart. Round the corner, Matheson.
Plays on Matheson straight away.
Well,
So
trouble.
that's three or four unanswered goals for Dodgers, and they're certainly up and about. And I don't want to say it too early, but Cygnet are really going to need to start, lifting another gear if they're not going to let these boys slip away.
Well, how about this? Here's a conspiracy theory for you. I'm a bit of a theorist on this.
I hope it's not a mathematical
No.
type of information. Right.
How about this?
Okay.
If I'm Cygnet,
Yeah.
I don't want to meet Lindisfarne in the finals.
Oh, no.
So why not let Dodgers trump us in,
Oh, you
push
reckon-
Lindisfarne out and give Dodgers Ferry a chance next week, because I think they're guaranteed second spot, the Cygnet boys.
Right. So
Is
you
this-
reckon Ben Cater might have tanked?
No, not at all, not at all.
Is that what you're saying,
No,
Chips?
not at all. I'm just saying that's what I would do if I was playing.
Okay, back to the footy.
Dodgy
Pushes up
as.
the wing.
Cusick, he's so strong
and
over
under.
the footy. Has he got the career saver footy boots on, Mark Cusick?
I don't know. Well, Mark Cusack, unfortunately, again this year has had a few nagging, niggling injuries, but
Yep.
it's great to see him back today. And he's been one of these guys that, comes back, and he doesn't come back like as if he's been off injured. He comes back with full gusto.
Then the kick came from Lane, flying over the top. That's strong mark down there.
It's Anderton there,
Yeah.
Blakey Anderton.
Courageous, wasn't it?
Campbell Hooker's new roommate.
Goes across the face of goal. This will work okay. Broad goes out wider still. They've got numbers here.
Yeah, we know.
Murphy. His kick goes long. Down towards Big Young. And this
Youngie.
one somehow stays in.
Oh, look at this.
And then he shrugs the tackle.
Just too skillful there, the big fella.
Hooker. Strong mark again. And Hooker might get 50
might be
here.
50, yeah,
It is.
Yeah, that's really silly.
Well,
Just a little bit of frustration. Just got to be careful they don't reverse it now.
Hooker will come in.
He's going to run down. They don't need to run too quick, mate. You've got plenty of time. He just wants to-
Just dribbles it through. So Campbell Hooker's got 2. And that's 5 in a row
Gives
for
a
the
bit of
Dodges Ferry Sharks.
Yeah, the old shark. That's the swimming shark
Oh, the
logo.
fin.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fin.
I don't like it myself, Tubes.
Well-
I think it's a bit more gummy shark than white pointer.
Well, Brent Dolliver must be very, very happy with his charges.
Yeah.
8-6-54 lead Cygnet 4-4-28. Thanks to EIS Property and the Dodges Ferry Sharks sponsors, Dodges Ferry Hotel, Kelly Civil, and Rain and Horn and Sorrel, Tasman and the East Coast.
So we've seen some player changes here now. Cam's got a different player switch.
Yeah, Reece Schuth's gone on to him as Cusick gets the footy.
Again, just using the ball beautifully.
Goes back towards your man, Kurt Stiles. That's a clever kick.
Kurt Stiles is coming to polish our concrete floors soon, so that's great.
Well done, Kurt.
That's his forte.
Hooker from the back, no one's there. It's picked out by Lovell, nice tackle. Out the back for Schuth. Schuth's kick is out of bounds on the full.
Great pressure from Big Hooker there, just forcing him to kick it out of bounds on the full, and he'll push back in there quickly if he knows what's on and lead out of the goal square.
So this one will take a...
So Cygnet really on the back foot here at the moment, Tubes.
Yeah, they've come out firing the Dodges Ferry Sharks, and I expected it to be a little bit closer than this at halftime, but make no mistake, Cygnet Footy Club are very proud, and they'll come back. They won't let this one go.
Well, I did say it there. I've said to a couple of people at the start of the game too, Tubes, that Dodgers have had good players all year. That's
short one, Sammy Dean.
Cut off, well done.
Yeah, floating across the front of the pack.
He looks the ball nicely there, Sammy Dean.
Face of goal. He goes back to Zietzen, the designated kicker. That's a long...
Just out there, Blake Anderton, very handy backman.
He's up forward. He's found himself in uncharted territory. Handballed off to the big man Siggins. Siggins' kick was a rubbish one. Lands in Patton's arm. Patton goes back. Good tackle laid by the big man in Dunn. Off to Bullock.
Jono Bullock just put it right up in the hot spot.
Hooker flew high.
It's Riley Hooker back there chasing.
Lane. Left it behind. Dean had to be quick. Schuth goes back to Zietzen. Zietzen playing that quarterback role. Nice smother by Cusick. And it goes through for behind.
Pressure from the Dodgers forwards just to keep it in this forward half is very good at the moment.
Very, very good. So Zietzen now. Gee, it's just a sea of Sharks down here. Zietzen plays on quickly and sends it long. Who's down there? Big fly. Couldn't quite take it from the big man.
Not quite held long enough.
No.
At the moment, Tubes, Taylor, it's really hard to see Cygnet getting this ball down into their forward 50, given that everybody's just about up this end of the ground.
Apparently, Josh Fox was playing with Castlemaine.
Castlemaine,
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Oh, Boss God, strong.
They used to make a good beer, Castlemaine, didn't they?
No, I'm not sure. Tackled without Joey Dyrene said, give me a free kick. Umpire said no.
I reckon there'd be some old blokes watching at home, watching the live telecast of the Dodgers Cygnet game.
Got it off towards Richmond. Richmond's handball comes up. They're out here now. Stiles, short one, bends it around. They've got another one.
They've got all the goal scorers at the moment.
Well, they got 6 in a term. 6 unanswered goals. 20 minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard.
And you can see the Cygnet backs, they've got their hands on their hips, and they just really don't know what to do or how to stop this at the moment, because players from the other end of the ground, like Anderton, Siggo, they're flowing in from the half-back line, and they're just forcing the ball just to be cut off through the middle of the ground and rebound back in again.
Got a shot of the Queen's hands there on the right of screen in the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay.
Right.
9-7-61. The Sharks lead Cygnet 4-4-28. Only 2 points in this term for Cygnet, and there's no breeze to speak of. It's just been high pressure footy from the Dodges Ferry Sharks.
Now, Tubes, you know your footy very well. Tell me, what's been the difference here so far?
This bloke, Young, through the ruck, I think. He's been very, very good. A quick kick inside forward 50 again. Big fly. Siggins can't quite take the mark. Hooker came through hard with a fist. Zietzen got his kick away. Just trying it there was Jennings. Now comes in for the Sharks. A quick kick forward, and it's through another one.
Well, this second quarter for Dodges Ferry has just been lightning, and unfortunately, Cygnet haven't been able to stem the blood loss and just nullify it in any way. They've swung players through the back line, and dare I say it, we're going to need someone like Thor Boscott to come down and just float across half back and just change how things are going. I see Thor's been moved into the middle of the ground now.
We saw that at Cygnet a couple of weeks ago when they played Huonville. They put Boscott into the middle just to throw a bit of leadership and strength and explosive power through the middle. So I like that move. Something
needs to change and quickly.
Big Young in the ruck. Can't quite tap it down. Here he is, Boscott, almost on cue. Got it out to Livingston. Trying hard there was Joey Dyrene. And Suki leading his man to the footy.
And I think that's only the second inside 50 for Cygnet in this quarter, Tubes.
And you are keeping the stats thanks to Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food and Jackson Motor Company. And that's a strong mark to Jordan Lane. He plays on quickly. His kick is just fading to the left for another behind. So they've had 3 scoring shots this term.
3 behinds?
Yep.
2 Dodgers.
7 goals, 2.
Yeah, right. Gee.
Now we're back live again. In it comes Lane.
Oh.
Strong mark. Play on was the call.
Probably unlucky not to get a free kick there, Lane, because I thought he had it and then got tunnelled. But anyway, the umpire didn't see it.
Oh, spinning out of trouble. The big ruckman couldn't quite get his handball away.
He's playing with some confidence, isn't he, the big fella? You know,
certainly is.
Yeah.
Scott trying hard.
Big Matty,
Man down behind play is Lane.
Yeah, he landed awkwardly. I think he landed like on his coccyx.
Clever touch by Cannon. Handball came out from Styles. Cannon gets it over the top. They're out here now. They move the ball forward. Here they come, the Sharks, from a tough angle. Don't tell me.
And that was probably a bit of half of something and half of nothing from Simo, unfortunately. He probably should have gone early to one of the forwards or kept running.
Nielsen gets it off to Jennings. Jennings goes short to Zietzen.
Zietzen's been good here. Across half back, Borks. Touch ball maybe. That's going to make it hard, seeing there's 3 Dodgers players onto 1. He's done very well.
Great tackle by Cannon.
Very well patterned to get through, but unfortunately, John O'Boy's come out, chipped it in, and another turnover.
There's no need to play on from that, I don't think.
No, they really need to settle down. Maybe they're going to roll the dice.
Toby Cohen finding Appleby. Beg your pardon, that's actually Wouters. Little push in the back there, umpire saw it. It'll be Suki's free kick.
I reckon the big fella's going to get very frustrated shortly, you know.
Yep.
Because
Suki's reading the ball really well.
And I think you were right, you alluded to it early, Tubes Taylor, that Suki got that first mark, maybe in the first couple of minutes, and I think they got his confidence up for the game.
Yep.
Now Dodgers have got a few goals on. He's done a couple more good things.
Cohen dodges through
that's
3.
A great kick on goal.
Brilliant stuff by Toby Cohen. That's what they needed.
Big Toby there. They really needed someone to stand up, and he's done that.
We'll see that in the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay. He went through about 3 Sharks. Let's take a look. He pushed one off, shrugged
Dodged
one
the
tackle, sold a bit of candy, and then
kick.
to set himself from about 40 metres out to
really
kick the
good
goal.
Footy. Yeah, and you can see the Cygnet blokes almost take a sigh of relief there, just to say, okay, well let's just relax, guys. I think they can't get the halftime siren quick enough.
Well, the margin is shrunk back to 32 points in favour of the Sharks. 25 minutes gone in the second term on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard.
Held to him, probably lucky. He had a couple of shots.
Siggins. Boscott just pushed the ball, and there's a free kick going to Boscott.
I think Riley's just saying, Thor, you might have ducked down into that one, but anyway.
That'd be mates, wouldn't they? Riley?
Yeah, no, they don't know each other. Played a lot of footy together, Riley and Thor, down at Lauderdale.
Thor could have a shot here with those thighs, couldn't he? Yeah. The big quads. Anyway, sends it down towards his teammate.
Too sensible. I don't know, but it looked as though Fox there didn't really seem to be giving it all. I don't know, I hope he's okay.
Oh, that's good from Hooker. He spins out of trouble on the left. Sends it down towards the teammate in Stanley. Stanley can't quite take it. Who's he got in board? He looks up, going back with the flight. Nielsen should take this one. It's a little bit too far for him. And it marks somehow Matheson.
And he's just kicked one a little while ago, and he'll have his confidence up. It's calling for it out the middle there, but I'd say, Isaac, go back, mate, and kick this one, Cobber.
He's going to kick it directly towards us here too.
I'm pretty sure Isaac Matheson's dad is normally taking a spell today. I don't know whether he's injured or he's
gives himself a little bit of room here, and he's threaded the needle.
He's got it. He's got it.
Matheson with 2 in a term, and that is the 8th goal for Dodges Ferry. And they are well and truly in charge here at Shark Park.
They're on top, aren't they? Which is nice to see, because being an avid Shark supporter, I can't hide behind that, unfortunately, with a couple of boys playing out there. It's been a frustrating year. I watched them last week up at Hobart, and Hobart were good, but Dodgers were bad. And very frustrating to watch. So it's really enjoyable here today to see Dodgers playing good football. They've got a good team, and they've just sort of clicked today.
We must, of course, thank EIS Property and ID Clothing, the SFL major partners, for making our live stream possible. Head over the ball there. That was good work. Cato's back out in the middle. Cohen, he's got it, and he sends it long down towards Fox and Co. Jordan Lane takes a strong mark. There were 2 blokes down there for the Sharks, and Jordan Lane just stood tall.
The hands out.
And just juked it.
Yeah, lovely. As the Silver Fox would say, just put out the big dukes. Clunked it.
There he is. So Jordan Lane to go back from a pretty straightforward angle, I would have thought. He's a nice kick of the footy. We'd expect him to send this one home.
The crowd goes to a hush of silence, and just the ambit tone. Oh, it's a funny looking kick.
Yeah,
I think he's missed the whole lot.
He's out there in Jack Duffy territory.
He's lined up a silver Peugeot and thought, oh no, is it a Peugeot?
Might be a Toyota or a Mazda or something.
Yeah.
Then wherever they got it from Jackson Motor Company for sure. And that one's out of bounds on the full too.
Oh.
So someone's doing some second-hand car dealerships out there at Jackson Motor Company. They're trying to...
They've picked up the sponsorship, haven't they?
That's all those cars for sale, ladies and gentlemen.
Jackson Motor Company. He's going to have a shot on goal. He's come around.
Yeah,
check side.
Gives himself a bit of space.
That's going to push across the front, I think.
Goodness me. It's through.
No.
Brilliant piece of work. That's tough to do from that angle. And Luke Patton's kicked a beauty after a couple of outs on the fulls. So... Well, it was probably supposed to be a goal.
Moodford replay just comes around 3 or 4 or 5 steps. Bang. Thank your mother for the rabbits.
That is one of the toughest kicks in footy, to bend it across your body like that from a tough angle with distance.
Yeah.
Brilliant kick from Luke Patton.
Would you have done that for the Uni Thirds tubes back in the day? on
a Sunday morning. Yeah, I probably saw about 6 sets of goalposts too.
I'll go for the middle set.
So we're back in the middle. 28 3/4 minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. 32 points the margin in favour of the Sharks. Out it comes in front of that man in Sam Ewell. Handballing up was Sammy. Beg your pardon, it was Sammy Ewell that got it out. And it's Zeitson. Play on was the call.
Yeah, it must have been a bump ball.
Good fist down. Here's Siggins with strength
ran into a wall though, didn't he, Big Siggo?
Yep. Out it comes now for the Cygnet. Zeitson with a short one on.
Clever handball, just to give his teammate a bit of space.
Wouters. His kick is a nice one. Flying at the back, Fox. Can't quite get it. Coming through hard there was Suki. Tackled without the footy. Richmond's going to go back and get it. Now a chance for Suki. He got his handball out wide. They've got numbers here, the Sharks. They just clear it momentarily. Cato sits underneath it.
Went straight up again.
Yep.
We've seen a few of those today.
Oh, gee, that was a smart handball. Dean gets it back, and there's a free kick going the way of Cygnet. And that is half-time.
Bit of excitement there on the siren. A few of the Cygnet guys are saying, hey, let's pull them out.
Yep.
Let's get out of it.
It's Ben Cato at the bottom of the pack. He'd be frustrated, no doubt.
I reckon he is a bit frustrated, yeah.
Jennings in there too, Wouters. He's happy.
Not surprised there's a bit of excitement because
Jono Bullock.
Cygnet would have been a little bit frustrated by that first half.
Yeah, keep the camera on this.
Yeah.
There's a bit of action. It is half-time here. 11-7-73, the Sharks.
Neither player wants to let go of the jumper. And eventually someone's going to have to say, look, guys, I want to get a drink.
Josh Fox is in there too.
I guess Josh Fox has probably been frustrated too because I don't think it would have been the start that he would have liked. And I think the Dodgers boys are up and about. And you need to win the ball on the scoreboard, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So the halftime score is the Sharks, 11-7-73. 6-5-41. Goal kickers for Dodges Ferry. Well, it was an 8-2 second term, hence the margin of 31 points in favour of Dodgers. So 2 goals to Campbell Hooker, Mark Cusick, Kurt Stiles, Isaac Matheson, then singles to Ed Stanley, Jordan Dunn and Sammy Ewell. For Cygnet, it is 2 to Josh Fox and then singles to Braden Livingston, Luke Patton, Murray Bastick and Toby Cohen. We'll take a quick break here at half time. We must of course thank our sponsors, Jackson Motor Company, EIS Property, Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food and ID Clothing. Tubes Taylor and Reed Hooksy Hooker back with you with the third term of this round 8 match between Dodges Ferry and Cygnet from Park on Duff TV in just a few moments.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map. And then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits the description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map. And then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000. Call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. B is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear, got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still...
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have...
Third term about to get underway here from Shark Park. It's a 31-point margin in favour of the boys in red from the Dodges Ferrry Sharks. Benny Richmond on the bottom of the pack. Been a number change. Ben Cato's jumped up to 24 because his jumper got ripped.
Oh.
Melee.
Oh. Yeah, a little bit of frustration there just before half-time. Now, I did sneak in to the change rooms.
Yep.
Just have a quick chat, a quick listen, Tubes.
What they have to say.
Big Dolly, really happy with Endeavour, really happy with the ball carrier pressure, forcing the... That's a throw. No.
Doesn't matter. Bullock throws it onto the left boot. It lands in the arms of a teammate down there in Cusick. He spins around quickly on the right shoe, get down towards Hooker, and he's strong, and he marked that one in his back of his ears.
Great.
Quarter time, they're
Yeah,
really happy.
yeah, I'm sorry, at half-time, yeah. Brent Dolliver just saying, you know, really happy with the pressure on the ball carrier. The fact that they're not just overusing it this week. They have been guilty of that over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Really happy with the efforts of Tane Suki, you know, only 17, 18-year-old, playing on the bigger and more experienced Fox, so he's been really happy with that.
In comes Hooker at his third. It's a nice kick. He's just pulled it a little bit, though, and it's through for a behind. It's turnover here. Jackson goes short.
Oh, might have been a push in the back. Umpire saw it pretty clearly. He was down there.
Stripped of him. Done. Gets pushed in the back. No, says the umpire.
Umpire letting it go down there a bit, but he's right amongst it. So he's a bit closer than you and I, Tubes.
Certainly is.
Yeah, look at that bloke down there with the dog, laid back to his Falcon, watching country footy, right in the middle of it.
Cusick with a bend, and it's just
one behind. I mean, look at this, Tubes. You couldn't be any happier on a warm Saturday afternoon. Yeah.
Out it comes now. Zeitson finds a teammate. He spins out of trouble quickly. Luke Patton.
Good running
moves
from
the ball
Patton.
on quickly. Goes longer still, but floating across. Big Siggins.
He's cut them off nice, you know, Big Jack.
That's a strong grab again by one of the hooker boys. It'll be Riley.
Fresh haircut there too.
Real fast, isn't it?
I think Barber King down at Sandy Bay is his sponsor of choice.
Oh, really? Oh, hooker to hooker, and that's a strong mark there by Campbell.
Now,
done that plenty of times.
What
in the
I'd like
backyard.
to see Campbell do here, Tubes, and this is a bit of advice I always give him, is give yourself a bit more run-up, mate. You know, I think he's so it doesn't quite always give himself enough, and then pulls a little bit. Being a typical left footer, they really need to make sure they're not trying to kick over the mark. That's when they start to pull it.
Jump up a bit.
So maybe he'll just.
Well, he's gone back a country mile here.
Well, let's hope, because that's what he needed to do, and I think he probably realised that from the last one.
In he comes, the big left foot power forward, sends it inside forward 50, and it's through the middle. That's his third. And just the start the Sharks wanted. Well, goodness me. Their season could still be alive. There's plenty of time left, though. Let's take a look at the Mood Food replay.
Yeah, so you can see this time he's just taken the advantage of going back, giving himself a bit more space. And he practices down the cul-de-sac doing that, down at Coolara Street, Lauderdale. So that was a better one. Just gave himself a bit more room so that he wasn't pulling the kick. And I think, as I said, those left footers, if they try and come in too close, try and raise it over there, that's when they do curl it. So
back in the middle, we of course must thank our sponsors, Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food, Jackson Motor Company, and of course, that's a high tackle on hooker. Arriving late there was Sammy Dean too. EIS Property and ID Clothing. Across the face.
Out to Siggins.
Siggins around onto that favoured right. Sends it short.
I'm not quite sure where he's going.
A bit late. Stanley.
One of the...
dodgy work.
No, it might have gone over.
No way, mate, he says. No way.
I was always in. But as we know, young Duffy...
He's not happy about it.
No, tried to do a little spin with the ball. Tubes, I did hear Dolliver. I don't want to give away too many secrets. That he feels as though this is his thoughts on it.
Yeah.
He felt as though that the Dodgers boys were quicker across the grass than the Cygnet guys. So if you did get stuck, kick it out in front. Let the boys run on and use it to their advantage.
Oh, that was good.
Siggins just grabbing out of the ruck. Oh, I might have got one high there.
He's called a free kick. He has.
Yeah, no, I think
going the way of Hooker.
I think that was fair enough. He sort of came over his shoulders there a bit.
How about that unit over there with the big mullet?
That's a good van,
is that?
isn't it? It's got a
great.
cage up the top, has it? It's got a wet area.
It's got a deck.
It's got its own wet area. That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
I love that van.
In he'll come. So Campbell Hooker to go back and kick 4.
Now, you can see again, Tubes, he's given himself plenty of run up.
Yep.
And hopefully he can get himself another one here.
Umpire just moves a little bit. It's gone across the face of goal, through from
Just
behind.
one behind.
So 1 goal 3 in this term to the Dodges Ferrry Sharks.
And
Cygnet yet to score.
And dare I say it, Tubes, at Cygnet, you know, they probably haven't come out. And if you see the pressure down there on the ball carriers, really, I don't think they've come out, to be honest, and I'm sure that they would agree, I don't think they've come out any better than where they left off at the end of the second.
No. Tim Cannon and Ed Stanley down there as pressure forwards have been fantastic today. In the ball in comes, deep inside the forward 50 for the Sharks. 1 down by Lane. Stanley
Ed
shrugged
managed
the
to sneak
tackle.
out.
And then across the face a goal.
Probably just peppered a couple here, the Sharks.
Well, now they've doubled their score. 82 plays 41. And that's trouble. Well, it's 83, so they're more than double.
Now, interesting, Tubes, last night I was down at one of the junior STJFL games.
Yep.
It's a fantastic game, great umpiring down there again. And one team was up by more than 60, and they enforced this mercy rule where the other team gets a free kick from the middle, which is very interesting. Good to keep the young blokes engaged. So,
wow, I never heard of that.
No,
anyway,
no.
the Sharks just managed to force a boundary throw-in. Geordie McDermott doing the work down there for the Sharks.
I think it's a bit like when you go out flathead fishing. If you hook a flathead and you give it to someone to wind in, it's not quite the same, is it?
That was always me. Charity fish.
Oh, boy.
Boscott with strength,
pinged
can't
around.
quite get it away from Bullock. Dean, his handball came up towards a teammate, and now it comes again for Boscott.
Oh, great
Smart
ducking
work.
and diving.
You're not allowed to dance,
Oh, look
says
out,
the
he might
Premier.
be in
He
trouble.
got his handball away. Now it's coming back. They've got some time here. Quick
Good
kick
trick,
away
good.
there by Patton. Out it comes now. Toby Cohen. He's doing a little bit of dancing too.
Oh, he
Just a
managed
little
to
bit of
sneak in.
hold hand stuff. Quick kick inside forward 50, but the only man down there is Blake Anderton. Anderton plays on with a little
uncharacteristic bounce. I don't think Blakey would like to.
Double-handed bounce there.
I think so. I was going to say, I reckon Blake would have been very nervous taking a bounce. He's certainly he's no bouncer.
That's a good tackle. Good tackle down there by the Cygnet player, but it was out of bounds.
Now, change of the bench. Siggins going off. New big ruckman, Matthew Young, sorry.
I think he's been part of the difference, part of the comeback from the Sharks.
I think today he and Siggo have been changing the ruck, and both of those guys have really been dominant. I think they've been all over the Cygnet players.
He does stuff like that, just forces the footy forward.
Yeah. Oh, great pick up there. John O'Bullock, is it?
Yeah,
on the left.
On the left, down towards your man, Stanley, and he takes the mark. That's a clever kick from John O'Bullock.
Excellent kick, but from our perception, I thought that it was going through the goal, and I think everybody else just sort of stopped. If you look at the defenders, I don't know whether they thought it was just going to sail over their heads or not.
Nielsen just stopped, didn't he?
Or whether Jono just pulled the kick and disguised it to come short into...
It was the old right hand, left boot style kick, Kurt Baker style. In comes Ed Stanley, and he'll make no mistake. He's got a couple, Ed Stanley, and the second one in the term for the Sharks.
Up and about the Sharks.
Well, it's what they needed. They needed the percentage booster, the Sharks.
Now you can see Cygnet, unfortunately, Tubes, they've got their heads dropped a little bit here, particularly down this end of the ground in their forward line. I think they're, hoping that we can get a bit more ball down this way. Because
there's no breeze, is there?
No, there's no breeze.
Maybe
whatsoever.
a little bit of pick-up swirly stuff, but it's only just picked up.
It's minimal. Looking at those trees in the back, there's not much movement there.
So back in the middle, Cygnet really need a goal to get going. Young with the fist, Cohen.
Punched it, but only as far as
Boscott got his handball off to a teammate there in Wouters. Going back with a flight, Livingston took a good mark in front of Anderton. Now with a nice kick, Fox coming out hard. Suki did well. Play on was a call. No, umpire said it was too many. Suki just couldn't get enough fist on that.
No, probably just, I mean, a bigger body in Fox probably just managed to get enough.
It was all about reach there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So in comes Josh Fox. Now, I know he's kicked 2 first quarter goals. Let's take another look on the Mood Food replay here. Just couldn't quite reach it, could he?
I think
back live now for the kick from Josh Fox. In he comes, the big forward from down the port. So rubbish kick off the boot. And it's through from behind.
Yeah.
It's a long way from Josh Fox's fingertips down to his feet. It's a big unit.
And judging from the goals he's been kicking this season, I think today's probably a little bit from his best too, Tubes.
Yep. Brad Jackson will take the kick in. They break for him. Now the Sharks. He plays on quickly with a long one up through the middle. Who's down there?
A
couple of teammates there. Bullock and Dunn took each other out.
Might have been one high, but play on, says the umpire.
Appleby got it out. Hooker with a handball over the top. Cannon tries to burrow through. Out it comes from Richmond. Richmond just saw a man in trouble there and he pulled the handball real late.
Jeez, hot potato down there, Tubes Taylor.
Oh, it is. So 10.5, nearly 11 minutes gone in the third term. Dodges Ferry 13-11-89. Lead Cygnet 6-6-42.
Have you ever got a potato out of the pot and it's been hot and ever said, well, this is like a football where everyone's trying to get it really quick?
No.
That's just always been a hot potato,
It's always hot spud, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. That's how similes work, I think.
Yeah, right.
That's a good pick-up by Hooker.
Solid tackle too, though.
Yep. You don't run into Boscott. They look at him with a little smirk.
A bit of a chat. And again, Campbell, Hooker and Thor Boscott played a fair bit of footy down at Bomberland.
Styles got his handball out somehow. Kick came away. I think that might have been Matheson. And Hooker with a strong grab. And Schuth is not happy about it. How far has that gone, he says? Umpire says it's gone 15 just.
Do you reckon it went 15 though, Tubes?
Don't know.
You're very good with
measuring it with distance.
With distance measurement.
Yeah, my depth perception's tested.
I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter. It's been called, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So in comes Hooker again. Now, this will be all right. He just needs to push this to the left post because he's got a little bit of natural hook in his left foot kick.
We've got a nice view here.
Yeah. In he comes.
As have the viewers. Nonna and Poppy Fix sitting up there at Saddle Road. They'd be happy to see Campbell getting a few kicks.
Well, he's made no mistake for Nan and Pop.
Yeah.
And that's his fourth, the third term.
Yeah. And Sharks at the stage, Tubes, continuing their dominance into the third quarter where they left off at half time. Here we see on the Mood Food replay, Campbell giving himself plenty of run up, kicking through, and when he's on song, he is a beautiful kick of the footy.
Well, that's beautiful. Well, considering it was Josh Fox did at the other end, it's an interesting comparison, isn't it? So Dodges Ferry now 14-11-95, lead Cygnet 6-6-42. And Campbell Hooker has kicked 4 goals. And he'd be coming into the ID Clothing Player of the Match contention, wouldn't he?
I don't know about that. Not if I'm giving it out. I'm too harsh on them. But Morris Childs wants to know, from the comfort of his lounge room, he wants to know what's in this week's Dodges Ferry water that's making them play like this.
Good tackle, I don't know. Is there water down here at Dodges Ferry? I know they're
no. Irrigating the oval now.
That's good work from Dodgers, working it back to McDermott.
That is a fantastic mark there, and moved it on quickly.
It's either
Flicks it on to Riley Hooker, speared it out. Campbell spinner, he'll try and get round his left for sure.
Wow. Good work by Hooker, but it goes through for another behind. So they've kicked 3-5 in this term after kicking 8-2 in the second. And they are well and truly in charge. The ball moves on quickly though, Cohen. With a short one, looking for a teammate down there in Lane. Lane can't quite get the half volley. It was a tough kick.
I think in Lane's defence, he was put off by the plover that went across in front of him.
Yeah, terrifying birds of plover.
Yeah, this time of year.
Here he is, Hooker. Handball off, Young.
Looking at your old mate.
It's an interesting kick.
Yeah.
Across the face of goal though, so danger here. Nice tackle laid by Richmond.
I think our camera is a bit deceptive here, Tubes, because if you look out here, it's actually
not that far away.
No, not that far away. It just We might have the big zoom lens on up there with Adam today.
It's just the position that we've got the camera, I guess, is a fresh air swing. Handball was interesting. Out it comes now for Bailey. Bailey got it off to a running man in Broad. Broad goes longer still, trying to find Styles. Styles can't quite get it, but he's swooped on there by the number 16. I'm not sure, that might have been Murray Bastick, actually. Punched away nicely by...
Oh, it's landed nicely into the hands of the Cygnet player, McDermott. Moves it on nicely there to Geordie Lane.
Geordie Lane here. Oh, that's a rubbish kick off the boot and trying hard there. It's going to stay in. No.
And he's cushioned the fall there by landing on little...
I think that'd be McDermott, is it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look on the Mood Food replay.
Just sort of see, jump, and right on the hip.
So right at forward 50 now for Cygnet. They need one. That's an understatement. Boscott can't quite get it off Hooker. Hooker with a handball over the top to Richmond in some space. Arriving late there was Dean. This kick's going to work out okay. Running back with a flight there is Peter O'Neill. He got his handball off to Zeitson. Zeitson goes short, trying to find a teammate in Bastick. Bastick uses pace. Here he goes up the wing here at Shark Park. Down towards Livingston. Livingston works the body beautifully and somehow manages to squeeze a kick forward, and they gain a few metres. And it goes out in front of little Tat down there, the bench coach. Assistant coach.
So Dodges Ferry on 96, Cygnet on 42, and one thing that I've noticed, having watched these boys play a lot lately, is that there seems to be people working hard around all of the different positions, whereas, you know, in the last few weeks, it's got to a spot and just been an easy turnover. So it's really good to see Dodgers contributors working hard.
So again, it goes out of bounds. We see another boundary throw. No, free kick going to Sammy Dean. He sends it into the pocket down towards Lane.
I think that might have been out of bounds on the full.
Lane just with the double grabber. That one's a boundary throw in. Umpire Jack Duffy will ball it in. There's a fair bit of racket going on here. What's going on upstairs? Well, corporate day, is it?
It is corporate day upstairs here at Shark Park, and I think the party pies and sausage rolls have been now
sent the kids crazy.
Kids.
Now comes out for Lane. Boscott with a bit of touch. Clever. Can't quite gather the footy. Goes back in. He's so strong around the footy. Livingston just pushes it back towards Woozer.
Well done, Anderson there. Just a battle away. Keep it out in front. It's not going to be a bad outcome from Dodgers. Picked up by
Cusick. Back to a teammate there in Broad. Broad goes long. Trying to find Styles. He takes the mark. That might be 50 there against Cowan. No. It isn't. Styles sends it up towards Hooker. Hooker can't quite get it. Richmond, though, in space here. He's got a lot of time. Hooker with a nice little shepherd off the footy. Dunn going back with a flight. Can't quite hold it up. Now he's going to kick it off the ground. He goes over the head with a miracle goal. It wasn't Hooker, wasn't him at all. It was Reece Stanley.
Ed Stanley.
Ed Stanley, sorry. I call him Reece, the Geelong champ. That was smart work by Ed Stanley.
Yeah, great movement there from little Benny Richmond just to get it going right. Just punch it forward in the forward line. And this is the thing about SFL footy, which I've said over the last, couple of commentaries we've done, Tubes, is it's not rocket science. Just get it going sometimes. Get it in your forward line and let the next bloke work it out.
Well, when you've got miracle workers like Ed Stanley down in the forward line, you're going to see goals like that. That's 4 goals. And the last, what have we got? 14 goals, 12 of them have been Dodges Ferry Shark goals.
Yeah. So
they're now 10 goals in front.
Wow, that's it's getting hard for Cygnet. I might have put the mockers on the start of the day, Tubes, by saying that I didn't think they had much of a chance.
Umpire's pulled a free kick. It'll go to the Cygnet way. Bastick has the kick. His kick goes long down towards looking for Lane.
Oh, good work by the Dodgers backman there.
They've just got numbers around the footy.
Everywhere, haven't they?
Hunting it, aren't they?
Everywhere. There's 3-4 players every time.
And really, the Shark way, hunting in packs.
Well, that's right. And the other thing, Tubes, is everyone... Oh, see, that was... just probably got thrown out a little bit too easily. Managed to work the handball out. Need to get it on the boot here. Dodgers clear it out. That might have been holding the ball.
It is. Yeah, good tackle by Livingston.
Play on, says the umpire, which is interesting. But Big Fox has managed to find himself in the right spot, right in the right position.
I'm not sure why Jaden Appleby played on there. But Fox has got another one.
There must have been a call, Tubes, of play on. Yeah, great. Big Fox. If it comes in like that, you know, he's going to make. He's got too much skill, doesn't he?
Well, he's a huge unit. He stopped and then
he stopped and then played on, and so the umpire didn't quite see that. Maybe he thought it. I reckon he would have stopped if he had known.
Margin back to 54 points in favour of Dodges Ferry. 19.5 minutes gone in the third term. Dodges Ferry 15-12-102. Lead Cygnet 7-6-48. 27 scoring shots for Dodges Ferry to 13. That's an incredible stat in itself. The Dodges Ferry defence has been fantastic. Punched away there again.
Also goes to show what an interesting season we've had.
Hooker. Handballs over the top, trying to find Richmond. Geez, quick and fast. Done with a short one down to the big man, Siggins.
I was just about to say, Tubes Taylor, it's been an interesting season, hasn't it, this year? One week, one team will convincingly beat another team. I mean, who would have thought on, you know, given the previous form that at this stage in the game, Dodgers would have, you know, been double the Cygnet. It's been very interesting, and I don't know whether you can blame it all onto the strange start and late start and COVID. And
pulled to the near side for another ball for the Sharks.
Beautiful kick out too.
Yeah.
No wonder they get him to do it. He kicks at about 60 metres normally. This time he goes to the pocket. Yeah. Probably I put the kiss of death on him again. He's kicked to a 3-on-1 out of the pocket where it's been turned over and pumped back into the Dodgers forward line. It's going to spill out of bounds and the umpire will have a boundary throw in. Deep down in Jackson Ford Motor Company car yard.
Just looking around the grounds, we've got some halftime scores. New Norfolk over Claremont by a few. Lindisfarne beating Brighton by 26 points. And Sorrel and Huonville, it's Huonville well in charge as the ball comes out now for Murray Bastick. His kick, a little untoward here.
Blake Anderton beats it for the run chase. Flicks a funny old handball back over. I don't think he really had anyone to go to. But
now they're out here, Cygnet. Dan Fox has got space and no assistance there for Suki. And Suki's just a little bit too small to be one-on-one with big Josh Fox.
And I guess, you know, for Suki, I think he's done a great job today, you know, given that the age and experience difference is quite significant.
Yeah.
I think in that one there, he probably needed to give himself a couple of metres to get a bit more of a run-up. But it's a hard one. You never really know if the ball's going to come in low and flat. Do you give them too much to try and get your arm in? If it's going to come in a bit more loopy, do you give yourself a bit of room to jump up high and get a punch in? Regardless.
Sure. It's a better kick for Fox.
That's a much better kick, but unfortunately, the umpires give it one behind. He's celebrating. That's an interesting decision because Fox can't believe it. He was celebrating, and for all accounts, he thought, and I looked through from here, but the umpire's in a better spot and said no.
Suki got pushed out of it by Boscott. Here's a chance as they go inside forward 50 again. Patton from a tough angle. Wow! Luke Patton changes everything.
The second goal was seen. Tubes scored from out on that tight on that wing. Both good goals.
Let's just take a look at this on the move for replay. I want to underline we didn't go far enough back, but how about this goal?
That's a beautiful goal.
Patton, and I think that started with with Thor Boscott with the fend off.
Ah, right, I missed that.
We might go back a little further and have a look at this push-off by Thor Boscott as the kick came in. Let's take a look. This bit here, now Suki.
Oh, yeah, great push-off. And then managed, just drew the play enough to free it. Yeah, good work. And well spotted, Tubes.
Brilliant piece of work. Back live now. They're attacking again. Kicking the shins of a team, of an opponent there.
Gives him the don't argue.
Yep.
But it's spilled out in the favour of the Cygnet guys.
Time here in the middle. Over the top.
Let's put him under the pump there. There's a strange handball, that one. Oh, he might have been in the back. Play on, says the umpire. Blake Anderton picking up and charging through. He would be happy to see a ball up there. No. Umpire said, yeah, plenty of chance to get rid of it there, Blakey. Maybe.
As the crowd starts to come into it, the Cygnet Peanut Gallery here. Yeah, he's trying hard there, but I'm not sure that he had prior opportunity. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll have another look at it. So, going back, having a shot on goal now, Cygnet.
know you might not have spotted it, Tubes. There was a guy over there on a bike, and he had the light flashing. I think he was trying to put the players off.
It's not going to make the journey. Fox, where is he? Strong in front. Can't quite take the mark. They're going to call it. Yeah, it's a mark.
Well,
Josh Fox. I tell you what, Siggins isn't happy about it. He plays on quickly, and now he's got his fourth.
nice work. Eat well.
A little bit of life yet in the Cygnet Footy Club.
And we did say it early, Tubes, a good player like Josh Fox, you can't keep them down all day, can you? You know, eventually they're going to pipe up and get 3 or 4 goals. Well, might have been off a few sets of hands, though.
Jordan Lane had that for a fortnight.
So, just, you know, he's been away. And I see Josh Fox getting the ball going quickly. I think he probably thinks there's a little bit of momentum. Yep. Let's build on that momentum, get those goals going quickly, get the ball coming.
Some big tall timbers down here for the forward line of Cygnet. Going back with a flight there, that was good by Appleby. Livingston with a kick to a dangerous spot. Lane in front. And Geordie Lane. Thorboss got here.
But just being told to go away, Thor, just he gave him one of the guts before and then got one back, and then he sort of complained about it. So I don't think he had much to complain about it, Thor.
No, in comes Jordan Lane.
He'd have a good set of abs anyway, Thor, wouldn't he? Oh,
yuck.
Gee,
they're keeping themselves out of the game of kicking like that. There's been about 4 kicks like that. Yeah. Fox has had 2 behinds like that. Yeah. And now Jordan Lane. If they're goals, well, it's a bit more interesting.
Well, there's a pack of Sharks players there. Looks like Siggo will go up.
Lane again.
I don't think he's going to decide he won't have a shot this time. He'll
goes out wide and finds a man.
Looks laterally.
Patton, who's got 2 goals already.
Now we saw this late in the second quarter with Lauderdale doing.
Umpire missed. Boscott flew high there and it just landed in the arms of Josh Fox. Good work by Boscott to take take an opponent out of the contest. They're not happy with him here at the Dodges Ferrry Sharks. Umpire tells them to move back. In comes Josh Fox. He's got 2 in this term, and this is what they needed to spark their comeback. And he's happy with it off the boot. Let's wait for the umpire. It's a goal.
He's a bit kinder this time, the umpire. Now, I've got to ask you a question now. I don't want to sound negative, but would it be time to, do you reckon, make a bit of a change there with Tane? Fox has kicked the last couple. He's been handy. What are you thinking?
I actually don't think that's the issue. I think what the issue is that Cygnet are taking a lot more time with their entries. They're waiting because Dodges Ferry are really flooding that forward 50, and they're taking a lot more time now to pick their battles here, the Cygnet Footy Club.
Yep.
That should have been a free kick to Bullock. That should have been a free kick to someone else. Kicked off the ground. Here they go, the Sharks. Handballed off there by Matheson. Quick kick by Bullock. Can't find his mate in Styles. Coming out to meet the footy cannon. Gets his handball out towards a teammate in Eden Bailey, but it's going to work out here now for Cygnet. Going back to get the footy. Here he goes.
They've played a bit better footy this last 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, I'd say, Tubes.
Got the kick forward. Now Siggins, the veteran, kicks around the corner, and he's got a mate out of here in Jordan Dunn, who's got an attic. Smart.
Sensible by Jordan Dunn. Oh, Riley's wrapped him up. That's a great tackle.
Oh, yeah, that's a big tackle on Sammy. Play on was the call, though. Eden Bailey got it in forward. Took his eyes off the footy down there, Stanley.
I think
quick kick forward there by Cusick. Which way does it bounce? Into the post.
I think Ed would have marked that if he hadn't shut his eyes after the first bit. Yes. I don't think Ed will want to watch that one on replay because the ball nearly landed in his lap.
Yep, Dyrene has it. Goes back to Zeetzen. Zeetzen waits for Stanley contact and then kicks it long. Out the back, here's a chance for Livingston. Spinning around, he's got a short on in
that's a good pass
Appleby.
Great pass.
Appleby needs to move the ball quick. He looks inboard. Boscott.
Well done, Jack Murphy. Just punched it back.
Done. Quickly over the top to Siggins. Siggins goes long and deep down towards Stanley. Flying across the top. Tyree
I
now.
tell you, the problem here is we
handball
can
over the
see
top.
it.
Yep. Hooker has time. Off to Cannon. Gee, they've almost butchered here. Stanley won't make a mistake. He goes bang.
Get it through.
And Stanley's kicked 3 this term.
And I didn't really go much on that, Tubes. They did their best to try and cough that one up down in the floor.
Really did.
Yeah, I think that one there probably, anyway.
I've seen Craig Sutton down here do a little bit less butchering than this.
Yeah, but
Dodges Ferry meats.
Nonetheless, is that the local butcher down here, Tubes?
Craig Sutton, a legend.
G'day, Craig.
Down here at Dodges Ferry meats.
Do you reckon
He'd be out here in the crowd. no doubt.
checking the sausages? So that's beautifully cooked. Well, good to see Dodgers get one back there because Cygnet was starting to...
Well, it steadies them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, because Cygnet, I think, in the last 10 minutes, other than that, which even wasn't that pretty from Dodgers, was Cygnet were really starting to get on top there.
Yeah, what they've done is moved it a bit better, moved it quicker, moved it faster down to the big tall timber in Lane, Boscott and Fox, as that is 3/4 time here on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. The Sharks 16-14, 110. Lead Cygnet 10-8-68. Goal kickers for Dodgers, 4 to Campbell Hooker and Ed Stanley, then 2 to Mark Cusick, Kurt Stiles and Isaac Matheson.
It's
and
good
then
quarter,
singles to Jordan Dunn and Sammy Yule. For Cygnet, it is a 5-pack to Josh Fox, 2 to Luke Patton with an absolute beauty from the pocket in that term. Braden Livingston and Murray Bastick with 1 each.
I was just going to say that was a good quarter for Fox there. You know, what did he get, 2 or 3 that quarter?
Josh Fox got 3. Yep.
Yeah. So that was a really good quarter for him. And but I think, looking at the scoreboard, 16-14, 110 versus Cygnet 10-8-68. It's going to be a big ask to expect them to kick, you know, something like 7 or 8 unanswered goals in this last quarter to get back for a win. But
well, they've actually extended their margin. Dodgers, yeah. So their margin at half-time was 31 points in favour of the Sharks.
Yep.
It is now, what's that?
This is why you do the maths.
42. 42. So
yeah, okay. So I mean, given that they've consistently increased their margin at each break, you'd think it's particularly hard then to do it for the last quarter.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Quick shout out to Hayley Bone, who's running the water for Cygnet. She told me when I ran out there at quarter time, can you please mention me as the best water girl in the SFL? So there you go, Hayley. You are the best water girl in the SFL.
Now, what makes a good water girl, Tubes?
I'm not sure. We'll have to go into that at the 3/4 time break.
We'll stay away from it, I reckon.
We'll take a break here at Dodges Ferry. It is round 8 SFL action between Dodges Ferry and the Cygnet footy clubs here on Duff TV. Final term coming up next here on Duff TV.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map. And then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000.
Well, welcome back for the final instalment of this SFL Round 8 match between Dodges Ferry and Cygnet at Shark Park. Live stream thanks to EIS Property and ID Clothing here on Duff TV. Tubes Taylor is my name and I'm joined by Reid Hooksy Hooker. Hooksy, tell me about it. What was the message at 3/4 time for the Dodgers boys?
Thanks, Tubes. Yeah, well, Big Brent Oliver, he's been really happy with their efforts today. He said, let's just keep it going. Let's just see if we can do it for one more quarter. Let's see if we can increase the lead and just finish it off nicely. Yeah. We've done pretty good today, but it doesn't mean anything if you get there and get a lead and then just let them come back into it and give it away at sort of the last quarter.
Well, it's a 7-goal margin. I went out to the Ben Cato address and he said 7 goals, boys. They kicked 8 in the second term. We can kick 7. And just try and get an unanswered reply.
And the crowd asking the question there, how did he get rid of it? And Benny Richmond, I think he had the ball, I can't remember. But how did he get rid of it, Tubes?
I don't know.
He dropped it.
That's good.
Well done, Sigo. As you get the kick away, Benny Richmond again right on cue. Very quick off the first 5. Great block from Jono Bullock just to give him a bit of room. Cygnet defenders are here.
Cannon. Well, there he goes, the big cannon.
Big Timmy Cannon.
That's not the start that Cygnet wanted.
No, it's
Tim
not.
Cannon goal. And he just roved that beautifully, the margin out to 48.
They didn't do anything wrong, Cygnet. You know, they got good numbers back there, and Timmy was probably fortunate it flicked up at the right time. And
I actually think, if we can look at that again in real slow-mo, Ben Duffy, who's operating the pots and pans for us,
yes,
I actually think that the footy came off one of the Cygnet players' hands.
Let's
have a look at this. Well, maybe not. Zeitson just going for the tackle, but Tim Cannon gets his first.
I was going to say good spotting there, Tubes, but...
No, you're an idiot. Boss got trying hard. He'll get a free kick here.
What was the free for?
A little bit. He tackled him without the footy.
Oh, okay, right.
So he looks long down towards Fox.
I should start watching the game, shouldn't I?
Fox
up they go, the big boys.
Suki's still got the job on Fox, and I've liked that work.
I think also too, maybe Brent Oliver, the coach for Dodgers, has said, well, look, you've done a good job all day. We're not going to take you off him now, mate. You know, finish the game. He's not going to win it on his own boot. You've done well. Flicks it out to Thor Boscott. He's in a bit of strife, though.
Managed to get a handball away out that's Cato.
Tackling pressure here from Dodgers is good. Just forcing that turnover. Well done. Great tap out there from Johnny Bullock, the bull.
He's been good today, Ben Richmond. He'd be in ID Clothing Player of the Match territory, I reckon, as Joey Dyrene takes the mark at half forward.
What's he thinking?
He's thinking long towards Fox, I reckon. They may be a bit too Fox focused, as the task force was here a couple of years ago in Tasmania. Scooping out the back, Jordan Lane, out it comes now for Murphy. The kick went forward, it was rushed. Now a chance for this man who's already kicked a couple of goals.
Lukey
Patton. Gee, how did he mark? I'm not sure.
Well, he ended up with the ball and he's got the kick.
It was Reece Jennings that just quickly got a kick forward and it landed in his arms. He was off too, though.
300. Yeah.
So Patton going back to kick his third. He likes it off the boot. It's faded though and gone across the face of goal for a behind.
Probably missed a few today, Cygnet, that they would have got any other day.
Yeah, I think so. But Dodges Ferry have kicked 14 points, so they've missed a few too. That's a good kick, finding a teammate, Kennedy. Kennedy looking towards Hooker. Hooker with a little push in the back on Doreen, played on very quickly. Got onto that favoured left boot down towards Cusick. Punch from behind, that was good from Cusick. Coming through hard there was Matheson. He got his tackle away. Schuth tried the tackle hard. Now coming through, there's been a free kick. It's going the way of Cygnet. Little hold off the ball. Peter O'Neill take the free kick. O'Neill goes short.
Oh, interesting kick, but good confidence in Thor.
Well, when Thor Boscott calls for the footy, you kick it to him, don't you?
Give it to him, do you? That's a great pass too, laterally.
Takes the mark at half back.
This is where Dodgers have been good. They've been able to just shut down that lateral movement.
That's a good bit of work there by Jordan Dunn. Fisted it forward. Richmond, hard over the footy, nice tackle.
Pinned. Didn't really have a chance there.
Good tackle by Jaden Appleby.
Great one. Wrapped him up, got the arm pinned and just couldn't do anything.
Here it is again in the replay. Super slow-mo.
You see, just got the arm. Great tackle, that one. Got. Yeah, good work. Big Sigo does the ruck work. Forcing it. This is good pressure.
Boscott with the handball. Untoward a little bit. Jordan Dunn. Cygnet with Jennings. Around the corner. That's a good kick by Livingston. Down towards Murphy.
I reckon he's been pretty good today, Livingston. He's managed to get a fair bit of ball. There he is again, Luke Patton. Spins around. And I think he's got it. Yep, beautiful finish there from Luke Patton. Fantastic stuff. Umpire in the great spot. Gives it the all clear. Waves his flags.
We'll take a look at that on the Mood Food replay.
Nice bit of... he's managed to...
Lane up. He's got 3, Luke Patton, so he's been trying hard all day.
Yeah, no. Lovely finish too. On the right.
Now the margin back to 41. They get it forward again. The Sharks. Chance over the back for Hooker. Just laid it like an egg.
Oh, kicking in danger there.
Yep.
Yeah, the hands, big mitts on the ball.
Doreen kicks out towards Cato. Cato with a short one.
I've got a brother, Joseph, goes by Joe. Does Joseph Doreen go by Joe?
He goes by Joey, I think.
Joey.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a brother, Joey.
Truth with a shocker. Yuck. That one's out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary thrown. How's the middle part on our umpire out there? That's a ripper.
Yeah.
Boundary thrown at centre wing. Tapped down by Big Young. I thought he's drifted out of the game a little bit, but he was very good in that second term when it was all Dodgers.
Pressure to force the kick out to the wide. Great pick up there, though. Might have got him high. The umpire says no, play on.
It was Jordan McDermott. He picked it up for the Sharks.
And you're always very game to take Thor Boscott on over the first 2 or 3 metres.
In a verbal stoush, I've heard he's pretty good on the lip.
Is he? Right.
Well, Young, that's a chuck.
Might have been a chuck, or might have been... Oh.
Umpires missed a couple there.
Youngie very lucky to get away with a couple of infringements there, but it doesn't matter.
Hooker, wow. Handballed over the top. Richmond went back and got it. She's been good today. His handball comes over the top, finds Styles. Styles goes long, down towards your man in Ed Stanley.
Ed's
and Ed Stanley runs it. Yeah,
likes it too, Ed. He's been good today, very good.
Little 5-pack for Ed Stanley.
Yeah, little small forward. And this goes back to when Dodgers at the start of last year, when they were playing really well, they were moving the ball in quickly. You had Cam as a target across centre forward, and Ed every week was getting 5, 6, 7 goals from just doing that, just playing off the back of the pass. He does it very well.
And the finger point too there from Big Ed Stanley. Loves himself a little bit of me time. Knows where the camera is.
Yeah, no, right in front of the commentary box. I reckon he would have spotted where the camera is setting up at the start of the day, and he'd know exactly where it is.
And we love Ed here at Duff TV.
No,
He's kicked 5 now.
Fantastic.
Got his name in the paper. Only once though. So far, he might just sneak into the best players. Sammy Dean, Young with strength.
Just had too much. There, it's all Dodgers here. Matheson lines up, and he's got another one. No, he hasn't. I've gone too early. He's hit the post.
The early crow there, Reed.
It was a good, solid post hit, though. If you're going to hit the post, don't just nick it. Hit it properly.
A la Lee Matthews as that one comes out.
Oh,
big
Blake
fly.
Anderton. Oh, and he might have come down with a suplex as well off the top rope. Yule's plenty of people yelling for Yule. In the end, he flicks it out nicely.
And another one for the Sharks. Geordie Dunn's on the scoreboard again.
Now, I think we got to, if we can get maybe the Mood Food replay to flick back from that spoil or attempted fly from Blake Anderton, where he's come down and cushioned his fall on the, just a little bit further back.
Yeah, this is where it was. Oh.
There he is. Oh, and he's come down like off the top rope with a with a arm.
A la Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's it. I used to like.
Gee, Yuli did well there with the old 1-2 handballs, and then done. To finish from there, that's a good kick.
Yeah. No, it's certainly been Dodges Ferry's day out today, which is good to see, because as I said, they've been in pretty poor form the last 3 or 4 weeks, and to see them hit this type of form today is very heartening for the coaching staff of the Dodges Ferry Footy Club.
9 goals in front now, the Sharks, as that handball was a throw.
Yeah,
umpire saw it.
Yeah, he did too. He's in a good spot.
So the
umpiring's been really good today.
Oh, really good. Elijah Cohen gets the free kick at half back for the Cygnet Footy Club. This one's popped up. Can't quite take the mark there, Sammy Dean. Styles. He's going to bit of kick to kick with Cohen.
Get another one.
Just racking up the super coach points. Goes short. Finds a teammate in Jennings.
Made him stretch Jennings. I think Benny Richmond's won that little duel today. Umpire says, move it on, thanks, but it's only going to go as far as the big fella.
He's been really good, hasn't he?
Well, Matty Young. You know, like even there, I mean, he didn't take the mark, but he didn't allow them to get an easy possession either. You know, it's just coming to ground. And then the ground ball, I think today, has been marginally in favour of Dodgers. I think, you know, most of the time it's come down.
Quick kick forward, it's smothered though. Jack Tammons couldn't get his kick away out. It comes now for Styles with a real floater down towards Hooker. Somehow that one stayed in, but Cannon just had to leave it alone.
Cuz was happy over there. Cusack's happy over in front of the Rain and Horn Sharks sign. He's quite. He's been pleased to come back today, and the boys get a win.
Bit of a change of boots. Looks like Hooker's taken a boot off. Cannon somehow found himself in the ruck. Tammons got his handball out to Jennings. Jennings and then, that was good work by Bastick.
He didn't quite. He's could be in strife in.
That was again clever work by Livingston. He gave it off to a mate in Scotland. Scotland back to Cohen. Cohen finds a teammate down there in Wouters, or Wooters, if you like. He goes towards Geordie Lane. Lane's got half forward. It's a real romp now for Dodges Ferry. I'd love to get a few back here, Cygnet, as that fly goes over the back. Pushing the back maybe here of Boscott. Boscott just pushed him over and then just went and got him in the headlock.
Yeah.
Sleeper hold.
I think continuing with the wrestling manoeuvres. The umpire has seen it. I don't know what's happened there. He sort of said, if you want it, you
great pressure.
There's another one maybe high. Thor's getting a little bit excited there and probably giving away advantage paid, the umpire says.
Cannon can't quite keep it in. It's out on the full. So free kick going to Kane Nielsen.
Yep, it says, the umpire says.
Umpire's just called time on here. Oh no, they're just letting them play on. Nielsen looks up.
Puts it out in front of the boys in the van. Good spot for the crowd over there. A likely crowd. Loving it.
He's been pretty good, Kennedy.
Yep. Simo, he's very quick.
And he just got his kick away, looking for Matheson through the middle of the oval here at Shark Park. Zeitson, clever, over the top, finding his mate down there in Nielsen.
Just can't seem to get it into the forward line at the moment, Cygnet. That's a good pass and a great mark there.
Yeah, that's big Reece Schuth.
Yep. He's just thought, well, I'm just going to stick along with my old mate Foxy, but he's got 2 to beat down there.
He's had that all day. Hard work by Scotland.
Well, the ball went
goes
round
back and get it.
Around his shoulders.
Wouters goes back towards Scotland. The handball came out from the Sharks player. Might have been Sammy Yule.
Good tackle.
Good tackle by Cato. Spilled free.
Ball's out.
Here he comes, the goal kicker, Patton. He's quick. His handball was a little too late, off to Cohen. Cohen goes long and deep down towards Fox. Fox flies. He's got 3 to beat. No, Broad going back to a teammate, and the Sharks have plenty of time here. That might have been Jackson that got it away towards Hooker. Bastick took the mark, and he'll go back. Fancies himself from here too.
Well, why wouldn't you? Because you've got a good crowd right there. If you're going to kick one. He's on about the 40-metre mark.
Yeah.
He's going to kick from about there. Bit of an angle, no real breeze.
Maybe if those Dodges Ferry blokes in the pocket blew on it. There's quite a few blokes down there, and that's fisted away. Schuth trying hard.
A lot of Dodgers players in there. Cygnet just, it's where you've got to be a bit careful. You don't want your team to overcommit either. You know, it's all well and good to outnumber, but there's no point 5 blokes going for the ball and then three of those guys sitting out. Cygnet get an easy goal. So you just got to watch that. And Cygnet have got the personality.
That's a bit of falconry.
Was that a headbutt throw?
Yeah, someone's just headed it through thinking they're playing soccer.
I think that was Jono Bullock. He's just socking it through. There's a bit of
We'll have a look at that on the replay if we can there, Ben. The old headbutt through. Go back a bit further there, Benny.
No, yeah.
Let's have a look. This is the boundary throwing.
Johnny Bullock, he's just watching, looking, and there you go.
World Cup soccer type stuff there from Jono Bullock.
Well, we'd like to say he did it intentionally, but I think he might have got a falcon.
Lovell. Good fist away. Out it comes now. Jack Timmins gets his kick forward. They're chopping it off. The Sharks have got people everywhere here, and they look across the ground. Jordan Dunn. Back into the middle. That's smart play. Finds a teammate in Ewell. Ewell's kick is rank. It's going to work out okay here for Styles. Styles tries to get past Schuth. Can't quite do it. The handball came out from O'Neill. Back to Schuth. Now Richmond gets his kick smothered. Schuth, Livingston. Livingston's kick goes out wide and finds Scotland.
Brody keeps it
just gone in.
Thought he managed to just keep it in play, but the umpire was in the good spot.
No, that's out.
Yeah.
Out by a mile.
Yeah.
Well umpired by Jack Duffy.
The umpires said, oh, he's just nobody really knew who had the free kick there. So in the end, Hooker just pumps it in long, sets it up centre half forward, spilled out over the back. Tim Buchanan could snare another one here if he manages to spin around. What's he going to do? He straightens it up sensibly.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. He could have just had a blaze away, and that's what they've been much better at.
Short one's on again.
It's
and it'll be Sammy Ewell.
Sammy Ewell. Now, Sammy Ewell has got a beautiful little kick. Not big.
Little kick, yeah. That's the operative word.
Yeah, but he's normally very straight. And there's a bit of funny banter going on out here on the ground. Bit of jokey. Staring. Yeah. I think the crowd's really getting into it. And I think he's snuck it through.
Oh, he's chipped it. Well, Sammy Ewell's got 2.
And as I said, Sammy Ewell not a massive kick, but it didn't matter. And there's a little bit of excitement over there on the ground.
Yep. Let's get back to it.
And the player was sort of
Livingston got down.
Now, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to.
Jake Murphy's in there, just a bit of push and shove. Zeitzen.
Yeah, a little bit of jump and pushing, but the umpire's done the right thing and said, right, okay, it's a free kick, and it's going to go in the way of Dodgers, back in the middle of the ground for that indiscretion over there after the shot on goal. But
I'm not sure actually what happened. But
no, he's going to ball it up. Sorry. I thought he was signalling that he was going to give them a free kick, which would have been disappointing because there wasn't much. A little push and shove. That's what you play the SFL for.
Here comes Boss Scott, quickly out of the middle.
Oh, he's quick, isn't he?
What's
he going to do?
And strong. His kick goes up.
Really had no
teammate.
Might have been over the shoulder of the umpire.
Smart work. That was great from Sam Ewell, the goal kicker. His kick goes out towards a teammate and it's punched away. They lost the footy down there for a while. Yeah. Patton goes and picks it up. Richmond tackled hard. Umpire will call and wait, and he's called a ball up.
I didn't hear the whistle, did you?
No.
He might have just...
Maybe we need to pump this up a bit.
Might have just said whistle.
Thanks, of course, to EIS Property ID Clothing, Bennetts Petroleum, Mood Food and Jackson Motor Company for our live stream today here on Duff TV. Round 8 SFL action between Dodges Ferry and Cygnet. It is Dodges Ferry well and truly in charge by 59 points. A good little percentage booster here for the boys from Shark Park. Quick kick off the ground by Murphy. Coming through to meet the footy. That was good by Wouters. Cohen. Handball's off to a running mate down there in Jack Timmins. His kick is, handball rather, is no good. Out it comes for Hooker. Styles. Back to Matheson or Bailey. You're not sure because they look exactly the same.
Ed Stanley, will he keep in play? He's managed to just chip it out in front.
Yeah, he's done
Coming
really
out.
well.
Blake Anderton down in the forward line, flicks it out to Campbell. He's got no one to go to. Moves it on. They pump it forward, and it could be Ed. No, it's just one behind.
So another behind. 20 goals, 16 points they've kicked. They've had 36 shots on goal, and that's something that Brent Oliver wanted from his forwards coming into this match, was get some shots on goal. That's where they've been let down in the past.
That's a good kick out.
Beautiful. He's been really good, Zeitson.
Yeah.
Battled manfully all day, considering the amount of ball that's come in. Out it comes for Wouters.
Oh,
Suki with strength, just read it beautifully.
Didn't he? He's just so quick then.
Yeah, closed really well.
And I mean, you know, again, giving credit to Brent, persevered. You know, you could have easily said, okay, well, he's kicked 3 goals in 1 quarter. We'll take Tane and we'll put someone a bit bigger and stronger to have a go. But you can see he's persevered.
How's that
that's
pick up
great.
there from Sammy Yule? Inside forward 50. Bouncy ball. Numbers here everywhere for the Sharks. Hooker it is. And Hooker's got another one. 5 goals for Hooker, the 5th of the term for the Sharks.
Were you just getting my attention there to make sure that if I didn't talk about that on the tea table, be in strife?
I'm putting him in contention for the ID Clothing Player of the Match down here at Dodges Ferry with 5 goals. Ed Stanley probably thinks he's in contention, but no, you've been very good, Ed.
Yeah.
5 goals apiece there.
Well, the thing I've liked about Campbell's game today is that he's worked hard up the ground a bit more.
Yep. There's a bit of chat.
That's all right. He'll keep his beers for October 17th.
Yeah, good fun down here at Shark Park with the crowd giving the players a good bit of banter.
Out it comes now. Quick kick forward by Styles.
Ed Stanley pushing out. He's not good enough to keep this.
How's that?
What's he done?
How's that, Ed Stanley?
Oh, not quite, no.
A little too much turn on that one.
I don't know whether it's just me. Tubes, is the crowd lifted a level? It's certainly getting a bit more excitable.
It's 20 minutes gone in the 4th term. You think that'd be 3 sheets to win, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Out they come now. Cygnet. Smart work by Hooker at the front of the pack. Cusick can't quite get it off Doreen.
He's been good today, Cusack.
Campbell comes over the top. Sharking it. Nice handball off. Here's a chance for Richmond. He pops it up to a hot spot. Tough contest. Quick kick off the ground.
Oh, gee.
Is that Geordie done?
Yeah. He's sneaky, isn't he?
Another behind. So they've had plenty of shots on goal. Zeitson, who's up to his 15th. Well, he's had at least 18 kicks, because that's the 18th behind.
Oh, the big fella. Youngie stretches the big arms out.
Siggins, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
Siggins.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're not to know.
They've just popped that one up there.
Oh, big fly, Anderton. Can't quite. Cusick at the back.
He's kicked it towards us. Which way is it going to bounce? Oh, he's going to be careful. He's got. That's a throw. Oh.
Across the face of goal there for Stanley.
Well, it's right here in front of the commentary box, Jibs Taylor. It's a comedy of errors.
Yeah, there's a bit going on, isn't there?
That's right.
As Ed Stanley just picks himself up off the ground.
He won't go too far away. He knows that. Yeah.
How's this fly from Anderton? Whoa.
Gets up there, Blakey.
Yep. Big leap. Hooker. Punched away by Lane. Off the ground by Hooker. Cusick smart over the back. Jordan Dunn.
Big Blake.
Anderton that's the throw.
That might have. Oh, the umpires. Gee, that might have been holding the ball there.
On the wrong side,
or
the
just
umpire.
dropping it.
And they're a little upset here at the crowd, but it doesn't matter. The ball's out the other side for Appleby.
The inside-out barrel's long down to the forward line. Half forward is wrapped up there by.
Let's not understate the effort of Brad Jackson. He's been
good.
Really good.
Solid, hasn't he? You know, every time he's come down, you know, they've just caused that contact. As I said it earlier, Tubes, today we've seen a consistent lift all across the board from Dodgers, and that hasn't been around for a long time.
You go through the list, and there's not many who you can't say have had a crack.
No.
Who haven't had a crack. Murphy got his handball away, found a teammate there in Broad. Broad goes short.
He was very good early, Broady.
Bullock. The handball came out. Wouters.
Oh, takes it. No.
Ewell. Tackled Jennings.
Good tackle.
Who's been quiet by his normal lofty standards, and the umpire will ball it up.
Pushed him off using the...
A little upset here, the Cygnet boys, with some of the treatment they're getting, but It doesn't matter when the scoreboard reads 76 to 44. It's a 144, I should say. It's a 68-point lead.
Oh, well, Luke Murphy, that one there, couldn't quite get it. And I think all the players are happy to see a ball up. So, late into the last quarter now, Dupes.
It is on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. 23 and a bit minutes gone. Thanks to Jackson Motor Company, it is Dodges Ferry by 68 points, and they are well and truly in charge. Boscott has not given up all day. He's probably been best on for Cygnet, but there's been too many passengers for the Cygnet Port. Just not enough contributors. I shouldn't say passengers because they've been trying, but not enough contributors.
No.
And Dodges Ferry, to their credit, have really run them off their feet. Their attacking impacts, but also defending really well.
Yep.
Getting numbers in front of Josh Fox. Josh Fox has kicked 5. He could have had 10.
That's right. The ruckmen for Lauderdale have both been good today in Siggins and...
Dodgers, you mean? Lauderdale, you're
Dodgers.
a Lauderdale focus,
Yeah,
don't you?
sorry, mate, sorry.
Now it comes now for Kennedy. He's been pretty good. Handball to himself, just getting the numbers up, and that's out of bounds.
Might have already been over the line.
Bloke over there in the sandpit with a calf, by the looks of things. 68 points the margin. Well, it was really set up in the second term, wasn't it?
It sure was. What was it, eight goals
to 2.
Yeah, so...
A 31-point margin after a 3-point deficit for Dodges Ferry. Nice tackle by Richmond.
He's wrapped up there, folks.
So good.
Yeah. And the boys really getting around each other and getting in, and
they're loving it.
It's great to see your mate Big Boozer over there on the boundary shouting out words of confidence around the fire pit.
Wearing a pair of tan pants too, Big Boozer.
Yeah, gee.
risky on the weekend.
Yeah.
Livingston.
I think it's a fawn chino.
Yeah, it'd be a fawn chino. The
Yeah.
iron free. I don't reckon Boozer gets the irons out very much. And Livingston will go back and have a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Very late in the term here.
Could be one of the last shots on goal that we see from either team potentially. Mind you, there has been a few goals scored this last quarter, Tubes, was it?
We've had 5 goals to 1 so far in favour of Dodgers. He just stabs at it there, does Livingston. It's a beautiful kick, and he's got a consolation goal. Braden Livingston, his second of the game. He kicked 1 in the first. Let's take a look at this. He really just stabs at it. It's the old stab pass.
A few steps. Beautiful kick. Our umpire didn't move, did he? The big fella. He said, nice work.
Almost took the windshield out of that FG Falcon from Jackson Motor Company over the back.
Yep.
So real junk time stuff here. Dodgers would love to get a couple more goals. They're really going to rely on percentage, I reckon, as of next week, if they can get over the top of Lindisfarne, a very powerful outfit.
It's going to be. I mean, this result today, Tubes, makes for an interesting game next week, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Quick kick out of the middle by Yule. Done. Smart. Spins around down towards Anderton, and that's a courageous effort going back with a flight from Cohen. Now a chance here for Stanley, and he just taps it out of bounds. He's asking for a free kick.
Now, Anderton is traditionally a backman, and you can see his attack. The last 2 or 3, he's just really got the leaps about him today, Blakey. Now, his mum would be much happy. His mum would be watching. She loves the Duff TV live coverage.
Does she?
She's a hairdresser, and she was mortified about his haircut up at Boyer Oval the other week.
Yeah, that was rank.
It was terrible, wasn't it? And she wanted to be known that she had no part of it.
Stripped of it there. Quick kick off the ground by Tammins. Murphy's arriving, as is Livingston. He gets tackled by Bullock.
In Sky Anderton's words, he brought shame to the family.
Oh, that's strong words there, Sky.
I know.
Well, he's tightened it up a little bit. He's obviously gone to see Mum.
I bet you Sky Anderton would love to get hold of Jake Murphy's locks. Here he comes. Oh, Thor tried to take one under the legs, and in the end he's got no option.
The vulture out there, Thor Boscott, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just the vulture protecting his kill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, did the echidna.
It might be a new nickname for Thor Boscott, the vulture. Smooth moving down there by Paul Broad. They go again.
Johnny Bullock's worked hard all day.
Oh, hasn't he? Hooker gets it forward, done.
I think both teams looking like they're starting to run out a bit of a puff now, Tubes.
That was good stuff by Hooker.
Flicks it out.
Richmond off to the ruckman in Young.
There's
his
the ruckman
kick was rough. There was a free kick there for Stanley. Stanley's going to go back and kick his 6th.
Or maybe not.
Across the face.
Now, Ed's kicked. He's kicked a few goals, but he's also kicked a few behinds, isn't he? today.
Yeah, Ed Stanley's kicked 5-3, I think.
Yeah, he could have got a...
I didn't keep track of his points, but that means he's had at least 8 kicks. He'll be keeping his own stats, as you've alluded to before.
Yep.
Good punch from behind. Cohen, that's strong stuff from the young man. Elijah. Livingston got his kick just.
Great mark there.
Patton,
I think also for them has been one of the other contributors. Tube, sorry.
Yeah, no, he absolutely has.
He takes him on now.
Kick 3, Luke Patton.
He kicked 3, and he's well done again, Tane.
Suki's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then to go back, almost try and get the shepherd.
There he is. Big Fox spins around. What's he done there, Tubes?
Gold it.
Has he? I think he has,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
he's got 6.
Yeah. It's a good effort for the big fella.
Yeah, 6 goals in a losing side, and like honestly, I'm going to include his opponent in the best players.
That's funny, isn't it?
If I'm the coach, because even though he's kicked 6, that's not Tane Suki's fault right there.
No, that's purely Josh Fox's skill.
Yeah.
That's got him the goal, not because of anything he's ever done.
It's strange, isn't it, when you've got 2 opponents going head to head like that, and they're both in the best players.
Exactly.
It's a testament to both of those players.
That's right. And I mean, like you say, what's he kicked 6 goals now? And
about 6-3, 6-4,
which is almost half their score. So that's a pretty good one-man effort.
Young
he just hacks it away off the ground. Thinks, well, let's just get it going our way. Beautiful pick up there from Simo. Flicks it over to Kurt. All the big stylesy running hard.
Yeah,
they got some big bodies in there, both teams. The umpire says we'll ball it up right in front of the Dodges Ferry goals late in the last quarter.
Well, thanks to Jackson Motor Company, there's about 45 seconds left, I reckon. Comes down for Cannon. Dunn's going to shark onto it. Keeps the pressure on. Nice work by Peter O'Neill. Livingston, who's battled manfully all day. Jennings got tackled hard by Styles. Out it comes the back for Lovell. Got his kick away only just. Schuth will sit underneath it. Play on was a call.
Umpire said not far enough.
Livingston got his kick.
Livingston,
going long.
Another good player today for Cygnet.
Yep, and Murphy, who's battled well all day. And there it is.
So that is a great win for Dodgers. A well-deserved win after a good few weeks of playing very ordinary footy. They've come out today and turned it on.
Yep, Dodges Ferry 21-19, 145 to Cygnet 13-10, 88. Goal scorers for Dodges Ferry. Well, it was a 5-pack to these 2 gents, Campbell Hooker and Ed Stanley. Then doubles, 2 apiece to Sam Ewell, Isaac Matheson, Jordan Dunn, Kurt Stiles and Mark Cusick, and 1 to Timmy Cannon. For Cygnet, it was 6 to Josh Fox, 3 to Luke Patton, who kicked some ripper goals all day. Braden Livingston had 2 and Murray Bastick with 1. Better players on the day. Well, this is all for the ID Clothing Player of the Match. Who's it going to be?
The hat.
Campbell Hooker was good. Edward Stanley, I've called him Reese about 6 times. Ben Richmond, probably best on ground. He'd be up there.
Yep.
Tane Suki was good against much favoured Josh Fox. Matty Young battled hard all day in the ruck, and I thought he was excellent.
Big Siggo. He was very
Siggins
good for
was
a while.
good too. Contributors across the board for Dodges Ferry. For Cygnet, I feel like they were left out a little bit. It was Thor Boscott that battled hard all day.
Yep.
Luke Patton tried hard. Josh Fox kicked 6. You can't keep him out of it.
Braden Livingston.
Yeah, he was the one that I'd mentioned. But after that, just not enough contributors from Cygnet.
No.
And what it does for Dodges Ferry is it keeps their season alive, Hooksy.
Keeps their spirits alive, Tubes, and it also, keeps their season alive and keeps their spirits alive, because I know, having been involved with the club, fairly closely, I know that the guys have been very flat, coaches have been flat, and it's good to see them back on the winning board.
Yeah, it certainly does. So the telltale sign is right here, I reckon, Hooksy. 40 scoring shots to 23. It was a dominant performance from the Dodges Ferry Sharks. Of course, we must thank our sponsorship partners, EIS Property, ID Clothing, and the Duff TV sponsors forever, Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food, and Jackson Motor Company. Of course, the Dodges Ferry Sharks sponsors on your screen right there. We must thank you. Hooksy, thanks for coming down.
That's a pleasure. Thanks for having me along, Game Tubes.
Ben Duffy on the pots and pans, and upstairs doing a fantastic job on the camera was Adam Seals.
Well done, Sealsy.
My name is Tubes Taylor. We appreciate your watching. It was a 57-point victory to the Dodges Ferry Sharks. Next week, we head out to Claremont to watch the Claremont and Brighton match out at Abbotsfield Park. Until then, take care. We'll see you at the footy.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go. Ms. G is looking for a home on the Eastern Shore, ideally 3 to 4 bedrooms and maybe with a rumpus or a second living area. She has up to $650,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but
Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. Then it's up to you to act. Take the leap. Know your limits and come back for them later. Don't do it to impress your mates. Do it to impress yourself. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.